We are live now, ladies and we've been live since Dan Wong, don't know what fuck thing. That's okay. Welcome everyone to another episode of the Longkang Kitty live stream. This is John Wong, your most handsome live streamer ever on the face of the planet. We have to my side Angie.
Hi.
And then of course we have I think Dan Wong. Insisting that his profile is like the worst side of him, but
Yeah.
You look fine, Dan Wong.
actually
Thank you.
all sides of you are the worst sides of you. You are just generally the worst.
A big ball of worse.
Yeah, I'm not showing that by the way. No, that's not the real, but that's not a button. It's
I'm
okay.
just gonna anyhow press.
Yeah, don't anyhow press buttons, please. Okay.
You guys just missed Dan Wong's belly.
He has control of the cameras. He can do whatever he wants. He's censoring me.
Absolutely censored. Now the camera is back on you. You want to do it? Okay.
Do it! Now I have control of the
It's just
button.
belly. Guys, every guy has a belly.
Disgusting.
We just went from four viewers to 0 viewers.
If you touch my belly, you get good luck, you know.
Are you like the god
Oh,
of
yeah, the
fortune
god of
right now?
fortune.
Okay, so shout out to the people in the chat. Poila Pen, hey yo. Okay. And then the
Hello.
Vega Byte live from the Red Room. Yes, we are indeed live from the Red Room. Okay. Couple of things for us to go through today. The main topic will be AHTC, the Aljunied Hougang Town Council. But then we will wait for that for a little bit later because we first have
What do we have?
our first inaugural PAP Minister tier list in order to celebrate the PAP's anniversary coming November 21st.
Hooray!
This is information
We
from...
love the PAP.
Congrats to the PAP.
Yeah, we love the PAP. This is information from Natalie. Thank you very much for providing me this. I would have never known, by the way, if not for our beautiful and lovely Discord moderator, Natalie.
Shout out to Natalie.
Shout out to Natalie.
Best
Right,
moderator.
best moderator. Okay, so the way this works, right? Okay, let me just bring this up. Okay. So the way this will work is
Whoa. Efforts, yeah.
effort. Yeah, really effort. Okay.
I can't see what's going on in John's
So-
screen. It's probably just like hentai.
No.
It's all the Amos E porn.
Yeah.
What the fuck wants Amos E porn? What the
And then he did the like Lee Kuan Yew and Margaret Thatcher having sex.
It wasn't even drama. He should have commissioned me to draw a proper one.
Oh my god.
He did like
That's
a very
awful.
bad Photoshop, is it? Or something
Yes,
like that?
very bad, yeah.
Okay, so anyway, this is the PAP tier list. Okay, so this is all of the ministers that we have currently. Alright.
First one, Taman. Top of the tier.
Okay, the rules are we all will take turns to
Oh,
submit
shucks.
our tiers, our rating, our ranking of the said minister based on whatever fucking criteria you want. Okay, you can base it on. Okay, I'm gonna start with. You know who I'm gonna start with? I'm gonna start with Vivian Balakrishnan. Okay,
What are the tiers? Because I can't see your
so
screen.
it's
What are the tiers?
S A B C D E.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
S being the best and E being the worst. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start with Vivian Balakrishnan. All right. He's gonna be the solid A tier, S tier for being how fucking chat he is. All right. He's too handsome, too handsome to be in politics. All right. And shout out to Jerry in the chat. Hey, what's up?
So for those audiences who don't know, Jerry is actually quite sick right now and he's coughing his guts out.
So sad. He coughed until his ribs cracked, right?
Yeah.
So sad, Jerry.
Yeah,
Please
so sad.
take care of your old bones.
Jerry,
Yeah.
if your ribs crack, just remove them. Then you can, fillet
Auto
yourself.
fillet.
What a disgusting view. Okay, so based on my subjective criteria, Vivian Balakrishnan, Viva Balakrishnan,
Yeah.
Viva Balan.
Viva Bala. He is S tier. He's a solid S tier based on like how fucking handsome he is.
Okay.
Okay.
Pretty good
Now-
looking chap.
Like, do we get to veto that?
No,
or what?
so we will average out between all three of us. What is then round down? Okay.
Can.
So, Angie, what is your rating of Vivian
E.
Balakrishnan?
E.
E?
E.
Wow, you're very harsh.
Why,
Holy
like
why
shit.
OG? Why OG?
But he did a lot of other good shit also.
I don't
what?
care.
Oh my god. And gee, it's just fucking 4 million loss only.
No, it's like what?
Dude,
no,
it's like
no wait, it's
what?
overrun by like what 100 million or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's just
lah.
Quite a
100
bit of
million
money,
loss,
yeah.
and 100 million is nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing.
We've got 30 billion in our
Papa, he just gonna pop.
Oh shit, that
Hey,
one
by the
really-
way, right, it's,
Yeah.
it's like about the I think it's about the amount that Temasek just lost, right, in the FTX.
Correct.
Yeah, so small
Correct.
small thing lah.
Nothing,
This is
no.
chump change
Big deal
to our
lah.
government. It's
Chump
just like
change.
shoo, Okay.
What's the big deal? We've got plenty of money.
Money
Okay,
is
so
everywhere.
NG gives Viva Bala an E, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, very harsh. I mean,
Hey, you don't give him higher just cause I give him low score, yeah.
I
Okay.
feel like your grading rubrics are very poor, NG. I just said it up front.
All my students know that it's very hard to score in my class.
Okay.
I'm a hard task
my
God.
master.
You fucking killed Viva Bala.
Jerry says, S tier, yes, master debater. Okay. Chicken rice, yes, you got it. You somehow you managed to spot it. This Lee Hsien Loong is not here. That's because he's the final review, okay? You cannot spoil everything, Jesus. Okay, he's the final review, don't worry, okay? He's gonna be up there. Also, because I ran out of space on that fucking thing, so I end up like
Okay, yeah, I'll give him a B. Because he did
okay.
good stuff and he did bad stuff.
So a B, a E, S and E, so there's a C, then the B will bring it up to like a B.5. So round down, it's a solid C tier from
C tier
the
minister.
Longkang Kitties. Okay. So
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
It's
not
like
too bad.
60 points or something like that.
That's
If he
alright.
knew of this, he would kill himself, you know.
You would
No
be
lah,
so
no lah.
sad. You cry in a corner.
Hold on, I'm sure he will not. Okay. Chan Jun Sing,
Wowie.
right? Our favorite CCS. Okay.
Card Captain Sakura.
Chu, Ichu, and always like to tell
My
us where the
favourite
fucking Wu comes
minister.
from. Right? From where the
I like him
Scotland
now.
Cotton comes from sheep.
I like him now. Oh.
Yeah, you like him now? Okay, what's your ranking of him?
Cotton
Okay,
Kinsing.
I would say that he is a solid B.
Solid B.
Yeah, because he's a very likable person.
Okay. Jerry says CCS solid C. I guess because his name starts with C, right?
C for CCS. C also for cotton.
We will never let it go, right, NG?
Never let that go.
Never.
Yeah. Alright, Angie?
I will give him a B.
Wait, so you're a C, is it?
B.
You're B.
Yeah.
B.
No, you said C. Then
I said B.
No,
Jerry
I think
said C.
Jerry
Oh,
says
okay,
C.
okay,
Yeah,
right.
okay.
I wish we could just give him a CCB, then it'd be great.
just give him a B.
Okay. So B, okay. I'm gonna give him like a.
BBC also cannot.
No, lah.
But I don't think he got BBC.
Probably not. Okay, we're gonna put him solidly in the B tier. Okay.
What? You mean he wins Viva Bala?
Yeah, I know,
Holy
right?
fuck!
But only because of NG brought him all the way down, okay, to E. Because of some fucking stupid youth Olympic bullshit, alright? None of that matters, alright? All that is in the past. He's such a Chad, right? He's such a good looking guy. None of that should matter. But okay.
Sure.
So CCS is a very firm B. Okay?
Uh-huh.
Which we should call him BCS now. Okay. What's next? How about
Jo Teo.
a
Oh no. I cannot piss off Jo Teo
East
now.
Coast Plan Heng Swee Kiat.
Oh yeah.
Heng Swee Kiat East Coast Plan? What do we think of the East Coast Plan, guys?
I
Bait
think
and
it's-
switch, oh.
Yeah, it's bait and switch. I
Oh,
think
it's a
going
bait
along
and
fine.
switch.
Yeah, it's going along fine. Look at all the new developments in the east. Very good. East Coast Plan is coming to fruition.
But then there's like the entire URA master plan.
Yeah, that's
right?
not the East Coast
It's
Plan.
not
what.
strictly the East Coast.
Basically, the East Coast Plan was like bluff them that he was going to be our next PM, and then like bait them, and then so that they don't vote for Nicosia.
Oh my God,
and
I
then switch
didn't
it
see that.
out.
I didn't see that. I'm so easily led astray. Aiya.
Jerry is very surprised that NG gives CCS a B.
You know why? Because I no longer like have that anger in me because I was so afraid that he was gonna be our PM. Now that the anger is gone, right, I can objectively review him, and I don't think he's even
Okay.
though he doesn't know where
Angie,
Cotton comes
your rage was unfounded. There was no way this universe and the other
Uh-huh.
multiverses that Chan Singh will ever be. Your rage is
from. Oh
unfounded.
come
Don't
on,
worry.
we were all like trembling, okay, but you know, now that the rage is gone, right, like, and I can again be an unbiased spectator in the Chan Chun
You're a critical
Sing show, like, then fuck you, man. I think he's not too bad,
Yeah.
but he's not PM material.
yeah,
I think.
Yeah, but he's great.
You know what? I've been recently like reading a lot of the Critical Spectator, and he just gives me a lot of like blood pressure problems.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, Heng
This
Swee
guy.
Kiat. What
Oh.
tier?
Oh,
What tier
okay.
do we have?
B lah, I guess.
B, yeah, even for the bait and switch East Coast Plan.
It wasn't his fault. What?
Wasn't
I
it?
don't think he was the one. Hey, let me go to East Coast.
Correct.
Okay. Alright. I am definitely a D tier. The East Coast Plan was turns out to be a shit plan. Totally not.
We could have had Nicosia in Parliament.
Yeah. I'm just saying, right? West side is still best side as a result
Oh,
of this.
you're
Alright.
right.
As a result of Heng Swee
Oh,
Kiat
come
not
on.
instituting the East Coast Plan. Alright. So I'm gonna give him a A E for East Coast.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That's really harsh.
Wow.
By the way, the west side is nothing but graves, graveyard, training
Oh, they got nice
places,
forest though.
forests. Yeah, so I
Yeah.
guess it's pretty best for that place. So anyway,
Yeah.
I don't like that shit that you're throwing to the west side, alright?
all you Westies, listen up.
The west side gang, you know.
The Westies, just all you guys have is graveyard, Kachukang, goat farm, IMM.
What go farm?
Didn't
Army
they take
training
it away
area.
already?
Yeah, it's not there anymore.
Say
Yeah,
again?
you don't even have a goat farm
Yeah.
anymore. Like that's worse.
No,
Oh
no,
my
no,
god,
no.
you have no goat farm.
Ah.
Okay, so a B
Anyway.
and an E. Okay,
I'll give him a C.
C. Okay,
C.
so that will round down. It brings him down to a D tier. Oh no, Hinsuke is D.
Oh no, D for
D
daddy.
for Daddy Hing.
Oh yuck.
Sekali,
Okay.
this guy has made like incredible contributions to the nation, to his economic policies and everything. We just give him a C
He's
like
like,
that.
I mean, he's barring the whole like East Coast plan thing. I think he's been pretty solid. Like I don't think he's
Right.
done any major missteps in his tenure as minister. Like that's why I gave him.
Can I just reiterate that this is the Longkang Kitties, okay? If you take what we say seriously about this stupid minister grading thing, right? You are stupid.
Okay, next up we have Minister of Defense Ng Eng Heng, whom I'm just like, this guy is totally invisible. I don't know, like, has he really done anything? Our defense are still solid. I guess we
Yeah.
still have an army.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give him a C.
I think it's C. Yeah, it's a C for me. Yeah.
I'll give him an A. Because I've been to his house before. Very nice.
What the fuck? Are you
What?
serious?
It's a very nice house.
They all have very nice houses, I'm
Okay,
sure.
so Jerry also says A. So A and C.
So he got
Then
B lah.
it's a good B. Alright, so
Yeah, pretty solid.
let's put him up there with Chan Chun Sing as a B tier minister.
This guy like is responsible for the safety of the entire country's armies and navy, air force at his command, and you're like, he's a B.
Okay, next up.
Okay lah, so only lah.
Who we got next? How about Edwin Tong?
Ugh.
Edwin Tong.
Edwin Tong, immediately E for me. E. E for Edwin.
Is that how we're gonna grade everybody now? Like
Hey, he
B
was
for
the,
Taman low the way
he
out.
was the defense lawyer for that Sanho's husband, okay?
Oh yeah, and he was also spearheading
Yeah.
the what do you call it?
The Inquisition.
WP.
Oh, sorry, not Inquisition. I'm sorry.
Inquisition.
It wasn't an Inquisition.
What did they call it again? The
Can't remember.
some committee, don't know what thing lah.
Whatever lah.
Yeah.
Whatever it was an E effort.
Yeah, okay, his performance there definitely is like, I know you want to like rah your team, but that ain't it, chief. Alright, that's not the way to get it done. So I'm gonna put him in the D tier.
I'll give him an A. Because I have a lawyer friend who used to work for him who says he's a very smart and sharp man.
Smart and sharp.
Yeah, I only care about word of mouth only.
So in that case, right, all average out is still a low D. That brings him to the first E tier minister. E for Edwin. Oh no!
Awesome.
What a terrible tragedy.
So sad.
Let's see what a
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be crying with his millions of dollars in his
Okay.
bed.
Innova
Yeah,
says
we are like grading him in the Longkang, and then he's living in his
Exactly.
multi-million dollar
Oh,
multi-million
exactly.
dollar house.
Okay, so Innova says nobody expects the SG Inquisition. I don't know what you're talking about. You're gonna have Pofma Innova, alright? I'm gonna report you direct to the director of ISD,
Innova,
which
you
is
better shut your
Jerry.
mouth.
So and
Shut your
Jerry's here. Jerry's here in the chat,
Don't fuck
so
around
take
with
note.
this shit, no?
Take note of this guy's name, alright?
Innova, don't fuck around with powers that you don't understand,
Alright. What do we want
Okay.
next?
Woman lah, it's all been men so far.
Okay. How about this is Grace, right?
graceful?
Yeah, Graceful.
The really not graceful.
Yeah.
Graceful.
Totally not graceful at
Okay,
all.
can I start first? Yeah, I'm gonna give Graceful an S.
S?
serious?
Yeah.
Oh,
Why?
why?
Okay, because I have very solid intel that she's a master Tai Chi practitioner and she knows how to use Iron Fist and Iron Body Kung Fu. I'm not gonna piss this girl off. Whatever I'm gonna say in public is gonna be nice because she doesn't. She will like hit my acupuncture points and then I'll explode from inside. So your ass.
S for sexy.
S for sexy.
Someone say S for solid.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna give Graceful a C.
See? Yeah.
Yeah.
Any particular reason?
She's annoying, but she's not outstandingly annoying. She's done some okay things. I just don't like her.
Okay.
That's all.
Yeah, I think she's like definitely a middle of the pack type of minister where
She just goes with the flow lah.
literally goes to the minister for water.
That's what all Tai Chi practitioners do. They go with the flow of energy.
Yeah.
And then they
okay.
And
divert it.
use the energy to like explore your insights.
Correct.
Okay.
And use your own energy to exploit your own insights. It's more efficient that way.
So I'm gonna give her a C as well. So that puts us firmly in the B tier.
E tier minister.
Yeah, B tier of minister, right up there with CCS and
Viva Bala, is it?
Ng Hing.
Oh.
Vilia Bala is tier C.
Oh,
Okay, it's a C.
okay.
C class one. Okay, Jo Teo. Oh no, everybody's favorite.
Jo Teo
Josephine.
gets a D.
D. Holy shit.
From me lah.
Okay. So Jerry also says C for Graceful. The real grade for all of them are C, I feel. For Innova, it's the rare one that get higher tier. Tell me your rare ones, Innova. Right? Well, Jerry is just spamming E. Everybody's going
Go fuck
E.
up the
Oh
chat,
my
Jerry.
god.
E for Jo Teo, is it,
Oh
Jerry?
my god.
Isn't she your
Oh yeah, that's your aunt, right?
nephew?
Holy shit.
Oh my
niece.
goodness.
No, your niece, right?
Walao, you wanna... you don't care about your family?
Just betray your family right out of the bat. Holy shit.
Terrible at Jerry.
Oh my god, everybody's going E. Reminds me of that meme. You know the EA meme? It's like
EA.
instead of EA,
Right.
EA. Challenging it, like the logo.
Yeah.
Then instead of that, right, it's just E. Okay, and it looks lost as fuck, but never mind, it's okay. Alright.
I'm not a gamer.
We don't need to worry about any of that. Okay. Solid E from NG.
Mhm.
E from the chat.
Okay. And an S from Dan Wong.
What the fuck?
No, I said D right just now.
Yeah.
Oh, is it D?
Yeah, I
okay,
said D.
okay.
But
D.
it's still pretty
You say
low.
S?
S. Yeah.
What the? Justify yourself, man.
I work for her.
What the fuck? What do you mean you work for?
I cannot go into too much detail.
Oh,
You're doing project for her, is it?
you sell out. You fucking sell out.
Hey, they're responsible for quite a lot of our company revenue. I can't say too much, but thank you for feeding me, Jo Teo.
Okay, Jo Teo,
Thank
even
you
though
for like her tips.
See-
You know,
Okay, fine. She gets to A lah. She goes to A.
Drip into my for another.
okay. I'm definitely leaning towards a D as well. So D and S is a B tier, joining the ranks of Chan Chun
Oh,
Sing.
quite a lot of Bs that we have.
Quite a lot of Bs. Oh my god, we're just the middle of the pack minister for everyone. Okay. How about let's go with OYK Ong Yi Kang next.
Oh, this is tough. This is tough.
哇，
this
这
is tough.
个
This is tough.
很难呢。
很难啊。
B 啦 B.
B 啊。
You're gonna run out of space for B.
Yeah, I know, right? I know shit.
I think B.
Chad is very upset that we put Jo Teo as B. And it's because of your S! Alright, it's because of your S tier. Okay?
I'm sorry, guys.
We gotta
I
follow
need to eat.
We gotta follow the rules, guys. Alright? We
I
gotta
need to eat, guys. Please.
Oh, by the
forgive
way, if
me.
you're scared of Kung Fu, right, then you
Yes.
should be scared of Ong Yi Kang because
Exactly.
then you see his recent
Exactly.
like TikTok or what.
Yeah, he like knows Muay Thai or something.
Went for a round with Lawrence Wong, right?
No. Fucking the Speaker of the House. What's his name? Not Lawrence Wong. How can
Oh no, Tan Chuan Jin.
Ah,
Yeah,
Tan
Tan
Chuan
Chuan
Jin,
Jin,
yeah.
Tan Chuan Jin.
Sorry.
Lawrence Wong.
But they
Lawrence
look
Wong was-
similar to me. Oh shit, I'm so racist.
Very racist.
Lawrence Wong is a 斯文 gentleman. Gentleman. Scholar.
Like scholars can box.
No, not this era. He's the
Like
Tang
Guan Yu,
Dynasty
like Guan Yu,
scholar.
right? Okay.
What is it with
okay.
all those?
Wait, you are A, is
A,
it? You're A
yeah,
and
yeah.
NG?
I said B, right? Yeah.
Did you say B?
Yeah.
Okay. Any particular reason? Anything you wanna?
I think he's doing okay. I don't think he's done any egregious missteps so far in his career, and I think like, yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna give
he's
him.
alright.
I'm gonna give him. And a solid E. If I can give him F, I'll give him F because of
my
all of these motherfuckers simping for him non-stop. I don't know why. I don't know why people love him so much. Okay,
He's just got that look lah, you know, just that matured and dependable guy look.
Oh, but NG, I sense a lot of claws and fangs in him. I feel like
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
got, he's
you
a
know,
man
he's
of
like
ambition.
he's got like inner
Yeah, he can probably beat the shit out of all of us here, by the way. If he rampage into this room, I'm sure, right, that he'll put us all in headlocks and then...
No. You cannot defeat the three of us. I'll use you as a meat shoot, John.
I
and then
don't know. I don't
I'll
know
prop you
about
from the
that.
flanks.
Right? I don't know about that. I saw him.
I think he's alright.
I saw him jogging once. Alright, this guy looks lean and mean. Right, but I just don't understand the level of simping that's done right for OYK. Everybody like just like non-stop simping, and then I'm just like, well, he didn't really do anything spectacular, and then like his career is kind of like based on
Yeah,
like
I know.
one series of failure to the next, and then it's just like, no, how dare you, sir? How dare you criticize
for a
my...
man who has got no military accomplishments, but you feel as if he was from the military, that's a great accomplishment.
Yeah, I know. And that's the thing also. Like it's just deception and trickeries and deceit. All right. So okay,
I disagree.
deception and trickery. So D, I think it will be a D for him.
Okay.
Wait, you are A, B, and I'm E, right? A. It'll be
You got
a
a C, right?
bottom C, so it would go down to a D round
Hey,
down.
That's like what that's very unfair.
I dispute this. All audiences, if you dispute
Okay,
this,
fine. I'll put him in.
Yes,
I'll put in C.5. All right, C.5. It's gonna be the one and only C.5 minister on this list.
Oh
all
my
right.
goodness.
So he takes
WTF.
both. So he joins the rank of Viva Bala and Heng Swee Keat. Okay. All right. Oh my God, our favorite guy. Let's go right now to Shamugam. Is there anybody here
S for
that's
Shamugam.
not S? Is there anybody here that's not S?
No. I think he's definitely
I'm not
S
that
for
gutsy.
Shamugam.
Okay, he's an S tier. All right, don't waste time. Okay, 6 months ago he was
You
already on
know
this
he
S.
was S already,
Okay,
yeah.
all right, 6 months ago he was already
And
S.
it's not because I'm scared of him, but it's really because I do have appreciation for
Right.
his really sharp mind and skills, even though like
We disagree, right?
disagree, right?
Yeah.
You're like, okay, I really have to give it to you, you know. Like he makes me pee my pants in a good way.
But even the whole chat is just like S.
Yeah, all of
You
them
know-
very scared to get like killed, right?
Yeah, I'm just scared, Angie. I'm just scared. Scared of the guy.
So funny.
That's all.
Okay, from one minority minister to the next, Taman.
S.
Yeah, probably an S from
Oh no, wait, A.
Okay, that's more reasonable. I know as much as you sim for him, you know this guy got problem. You know this man
His
got
only
issues.
problem is the fact that he doesn't want to be our PM.
No, that's not his only problem. Alright? That's not his only problem. He gets a solid D from me. No, you know what? I'm gonna give
What
him
the fuck?
I'm gonna give him a C. He's the guy who came out and say you can buy HTB at $1,000 a month. He's the guy
he's the
who
original guy.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
that's
thought
the
he
guy
was
who-
what Kobuman or some shit.
No, it's
Couple one said you can pay for heart surgery for $8 or something.
No,
He paid-
no,
he
the
paid
nasi,
$8 for his
no, the
bypass.
nasi, it's the nasi padang one, right? Isn't that him?
No, like couple one, right? Like he said the $8 heart bypass surgery.
Is it? Okay. But anyway, yeah, Taman says you can buy HTB on just $1,000 a month. Okay? Got bikini version of Taman drop. this guys, this is not don't know what fucking Genshin Impact or what card game, alright?
no,
Now,
this is Genshin Impact. This is Genshin Impact Minister version.
It's PAP Impact.
PAP Impact.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, so mine is a solid S because he's a appreciates poetry.
Okay, let me just cut in here with the Kobu one thing. In 2010, he boasted about like how great our healthcare system is because he said that he only had to pay $8 for heart bypass.
Well
Okay.
done, NG. I stand corrected.
So S, A, and C, let's give him round down is a solid B tier. Joining the many others in this rank.
Oh my god, why is he in the same tier as Grace? Are you insane?
Okay.
Are you fucking insane?
From one beloved minister to one that is not so beloved, Indrani.
Oh wow.
Definitely a E tier. I think out of everybody in that committee and then the recent performance in parliament,
Yeah.
I really starting to feel she's just an unbearable person. Like this, no matter her political accomplishments or whatever, right? I just feel like she's just thoroughly an unpleasant person to be with.
Like why? I think it's just your bias because she's a. Like there are other like
No.
unbearable people in parliament.
Yeah, I know. But I think for her, it shines through even more. Like due to her recent, the
The exposure.
expo, like she was on the
Non-meaningful.
committee as well, right?
Yeah.
She was on the call, and
Oh my
she-
god, the way that she was like
She-
pretending to be so empathetic to Raisa Khan, and then like
Oh yeah,
wow, it was so good, bro.
That
Like it was
a
so
snake.
masterful,
Yeah,
man.
masterful like
And then-
stab, you know.
I mean, Edwin was
twist.
like kind of a blood cock, but Indrani was just like very unpleasant, like the
But
way
she
he
knew
was
what she
reeling.
was doing.
Oh,
though.
she knew what she was doing.
Yeah, I know.
She
but
was
then
so
it's
good at it. I have to
Yeah,
give
yeah.
her a B.
B.
Okay,
All right,
you should
I'm
deserve
I'm a E tier.
Okay.
Okay, the B, and then that's down in the middle of C and D. Okay, Dan Wong.
S.
What
Wow,
the fuck?
what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, she took photo with me and sent my artwork to London.
Like Denmo is just skewing this like.
So that's like
to be,
Yeah,
B
the
and
moment a
C.
minister does me personal favors, I have to reciprocate by giving them an S.
All right. So round down is a C tier. Okay, joining the likes of
Sorry, Indrani, I did my best.
Viva Bala, and also who's the other?
Insane,
Ong Yi Kong. Ong Yi Kong, right? Yep, Ong Yi Kong. Okay. I don't remember a lot of these guys' names.
John, I noticed when I was dancing, you didn't change the camera to look at me.
No, all the cameras are looking at us now.
Huh?
All the cameras are looking at both of us now.
we have 2 screens plus
There's
the
a-
extra screen.
Oh my god, bros, this
He
is.
can't see, dude. He
I
can't
know,
see.
but it's like you just doubt my professionalism, and that makes me like really upset. Okay, it's Waran.
Iswaran.
Mm-hmm. I don't even know what he done recently.
Done so much shit in his life before. He worked as a plumber, as a technician. I'm not making this up, guys. So in
Really?
every sector before, every sector.
Oh yeah,
creative
he has
industry.
gone through quite a lot of sectors.
Yeah. So for that, I'll give him a B.
Kelong E, cause I don't no clue what he's doing.
Oh no! Can you
Oh,
please give him
wait.
a good grade? If not.
What did I give him? I give
Fucking-
him a D.
Fucking Kotex Spec is in our chat.
Hey,
So
Cortex.
shouting Kelong as, excuse me, madam. You go and form your own LKK and then you go and start your own tier list, alright?
No, she's right. We are Kelong.
No, we're not, okay? We are totally objective.
Ah, fucking funny.
Okay, so you're B, right?
Hey,
Yeah,
wait.
B.
Iswaran was in High Flux.
Oh.
He held directorships during his political career, and one of them was in High Flux.
Oh.
Damn.
And before he entered politics, he was senior vice president and managing director of Temasek Holdings from 2003 to 2006.
Shit, man. So he would actually know how much reserves we actually have.
Don't all our ministers
I don't
know?
think all of them know.
No lah, I don't think all of
I
them
don't think
know.
all of
Yeah.
them know.
Huh, interesting. Okay. So,
I don't think they got like briefing meeting. Hey, by the way, guys, this is how much we have. You know,
Alright, so B,
reserves.
and then for you?
Did I just give him a, what did I say? I think I would give him a
C?
3.5.
C.5? Okay. Then I'll give him a C also. Lah. So
Okay.
C.5, that will make him a C. Yep.
Nobody got
Johnny.
A there so far.
Nobody
What
got
the
A.
fuck? Not even my Taman.
Yeah, that's because I brought him down.
Fucking what the fuck?
The Great Taman brought down by John Wang. Oh.
Oh no.
Fucking Kelong. That's why I say it's Kelong.
Okay, so next up we have
Masagos.
yeah, let's go Masagos.
Masagos.
Solid D. Alright, this guy doesn't even know what's going on in the Muslim community. Okay.
He got just entirely swept aside by Shamugam
Yeah.
the time.
I mean,
Damn sad. I don't
like
think he's
this,
gonna
like,
come back already.
No, Shamgam, no, punch down all the way. Oh no. Okay, he's a D. Okay, at least he's not like
he
complete.
fall off the list already.
He's not like completely incompetent or nothing. Right?
He's alright lah. And
He's
I think
alright,
he's
yeah.
he's in my GRC, so I'm gonna give him a C.
I'm gonna see. Okay.
I will give him an A.
Wow.
Because
Wow.
it's such a cool name.
Masagos.
Yeah, when I read his name, right, when I was younger, I read his name Masagos, right? It looked like Magos Zulkifli. So I in my head I thought of like a Malay space wizard who could cast spells.
Wait, Angie, yours is what again?
I think I gave him a C.
C. Okay, so it would be up to C.
Huh?
Okay.
My A didn't help him at all.
Mine is
He
D.
gave me
leh.
a D.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, so he joins the ranks of the C tier.
What if he
people.
really is a space wizard? Then you regret your D, John. He'll fuck you up, man. He will scramble your brain.
Maybe
inside
then
your-
that will demote him because like what did he do in his entire duration on
Oh
Earth.
my god, you're right. He did nothing.
Exactly. So then you must minus points.
Oh my god, it's terribly bad to have power and like not
Not do
even not
anything.
use it. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's,
Terrible.
he's like the Eternals, you know.
Okay,
Excellent,
next up, Desmond Lee.
This one. I think a B lah.
B.
B from me.
Yeah.
I've heard like from multiple sources that I trust that he.
Yeah, I think he was the one of the guys in my GRC. Then after that they transferred him because like they needed to show up the defenses for elsewhere during the election. But
I
seems
think now
like
he's in Jurong, right?
yeah, I think so.
Boon Lay or what.
Yeah. So he seems alright, and
Pretty alright.
he's the Minister for National Development, right?
Yep.
And our nation is pretty developed nationally.
Well, it was developed before he got there, but you know.
He kind of took over the reign.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
know, still, fucking shit is not collapsing. So he gets a
Wow.
good B for me, like a B as well.
He gets like.
So, John, how permanent is this thing that we are doing? Can I change my mind?
No, absolutely
Okay,
not.
so the problem right now, right, is that I was told by Ong Ye Kung himself that Desmond Lee, right, is going to push for cats in his.
Serious?
Yeah. So
Okay.
if that is true, right, I'll give him a solid S. But if it's untrue, I'll give him an F.
I think Louis Ng has been doing more, but he's not on the list. But he's not a minister.
He's not a minister.
Yeah,
Yeah, so he.
Okay. If he's doing that, then I'll give him an A.5.
I'll give him an
No,
S
you
first
should-
tentatively.
8.5 means go down.
I gave him a B. What?
Yeah.
Then
Okay, so-
8.5 is
So
up-
B, B,
on top, right?
and then S.
Yeah.
So he's an A. already.
So it'll be A. The
Oh my God,
first
first
A.
A.
Yay.
Yay.
Edwin, the first A. Oh my
I
goodness.
cannot believe that Taman is a B. What the fuck?
Taman
Million-
didn't build the shelter. Taman didn't build the bus stop. This guy did, you know. I saw him.
Yeah, he was in his construction vest,
Exactly.
putting in the
Pang, pang,
concrete,
pang, pang.
right?
Exactly. Telling the guy where to go.
So annoying. You are so annoying, Daniel.
I saw him. He was like, "Hey, Tammy, come here. This one make higher."
Fuck off.
I saw
Bro,
him. I
bro,
saw him.
Don't get us fucking Pofma, alright?
I saw him. Why you don't believe me?
I told her. Okay, next up. Maliki Osman
Who is he?
is second minister for education.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
care about him. He's like not in the news most of the time.
Yeah,
I'll give you a
okay.
D
yeah, I give him a D too.
because I don't know about him.
Alright. He's
So I
a
do.
solid D. You know, he's a D guy.
Just because we don't know much about what
Yeah.
he does or what
actually,
he
he's actually
says.
doing the most work, but nobody knows. So sad.
Okay.
Even his Minister of Education, Chan Chun Sing, is the guy heading it now, right? So everybody's eyes are on Chan Chun Sing, not on him.
And Chu Sing's been doing quite a lot of publicity stuff since
Right.
he's gone to the Ministry of Education.
Yes.
Like all his IG reels and
Correct. He's
videos,
asking students
all
to
about
teach him.
students. I think that's a good
Yeah.
thing.
It's a good thing. He knows how to say fire, bussin, slay queen. No.
Alright, Tan Si Ling. I think he's our latest addition to the minister roster.
Yeah, but
Um,
he just like hasn't done anything, so I'll just give him a C lah. Mid.
Actually, he is making a lot of changes to MOM.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, mainly due to the work permit, and
Like what?
so I think from next year onwards, there are certain. So there are only some countries that can come in on work permit, and he will be expanding that list to include Vietnam, but only for certain industries.
Okay.
Yeah. So depending on where you are, whether you're a hardcore nationalist guy, you will fucking hate him. But if you're more like, oh yeah, you know, foreign workers coming in, like boost our economy, then you will love him. So it really depends. For me,
Did he push for that or like?
I think he's the guy who's like, I
Okay,
mean,
well then I'll give him a B.5 then.
B.5. Alright. I'm gonna give him a B. Right? So that makes him a current B.
What's yours?
I'm definitely going to give him a E.
Oh shit.
He just went down again.
Oh no, he went.
Oh no, it went
This
down to
because
D.
there's this like fucking talented Indonesian girl I want to hire. Yeah, but if she comes in under S Pass, right, there's no fucking way I can afford her. And it went up. It went up by about $400-$500.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So even though I could afford her, like I almost afford her. Yeah.
But that's before him.
Can't she work
Say again.
remotely?
That's before him.
But he never redo anything to change it. So
yeah.
he's
But can't she work remotely? Is she in Indo
Yeah,
right now?
working remotely now.
Yeah.
But freelance basis lah. I cannot hire her full time.
Oh, I've got word that Dan needs to be more consistent on the mic. Sometimes loud, sometimes soft.
I'm
So
sorry, everybody. Please forgive me.
said Bentley cut queue. I'm like, what? You mean he cut whose queue? Cut your queue? What the fuck? I'm like,
Didn't they mistake him for the guy who drove the family, right?
Is it the guy who langa the
security guard?
security guard? Yeah, they
yeah.
thought it was him because the guy
God.
looks very
It
similar.
looks very similar,
Yeah.
and I guess it's like the wealthy old man look,
Right,
like
right.
slightly portly, and then got the look of money on his face.
Correct. So actually, John, if what I'm saying is what I'm hearing is correct, he is actually making immigration tougher, right?
No, slightly easier.
Easier,
Yeah.
but for the okay, I know for the S pass and the E pass and all these angmos coming in, those expats, the pay that Singaporeans have to give them is more.
It's a lot, but only
order.
for expats, right?
So isn't that cutting down on
No, but
the
that one is
foreigners
the
that are coming?
super talent shit, right?
Yeah,
It's
super
not. It's
talent
not
shit.
the normal.
Okay,
stuff.
the S pass and EP, right, is dependent on a lot of variable. They did increase the baseline very recently, but if you know anything about the manpower market, right, is that they were abusing the baseline to bring in people that they shouldn't anyway. So what they were doing is to bring them in under the pretext that we're gonna pay them X amount of salary, but they give them less, then they claw back they claw back the rest of the salary. So I think what M1 knew about all these shenanigans, then after that they just made the baseline higher.
But how's that going to stop people from abusing the system again?
Basically, it's like a warning, it's like a flare that just shoots up.
We see you.
We see you.
Oh my god.
If you do any more shenanigans, then we're gonna.
But it's also because of these people abusing the system that people like me who are ethical businessmen don't get to profit from the system.
Do you say
Fuck
ethical?
you guys. I'm super ethical.
do you call
I am
yourself
super
an
ethical. I
ethical-
only showed my dick 3 times in public, okay?
I think you call
In front
yourself.
of your employees.
Yeah, in front of my employees.
I heard him
They're
say ethical
intimidated.
abuser. I'm an ethical abuser.
Okay, listen, ladies and gentlemen, when you start a company and you hire staff, first thing you gotta do is show them your dick. Why? To show dominance. That's all. You need to let them know that you're in charge.
Didn't you say that you have to pee on them as well, just to establish more?
Okay, for
dominance?
the employees with problems, then only you pee. Okay, don't
Okay.
do such. Don't go all the way immediately.
Also, first you just show your dick,
Correct.
then you see whether they fall in line. If they don't, then you pee on them.
If they do not put in 8 hours productive work every day, okay, then you
If they're
can
not
pee on them.
hardcore,
If they're not hardcore,
like those Twitter employees,
Okay.
they can leave.
While you dig further and further yourself into the fucking grave with all this criminal admission, Gan Kim Yong. Solid E from me. This guy is worthless.
He's so forgettable.
yeah, but he led the nation out of a COVID crisis. I give him an S.
I don't think he really did. I mean, like,
He was there at every meeting.
Yeah, sure. That shows work done. That shows effectiveness. I would give him a C, I guess.
see,
I don't have like strong feelings about him either.
God, if you notice the pattern, is everything that you give, I will give the opposite.
why would you?
We have
Why
so
would
many
you do
Bs.
that?
So you're cancelling him out. So only my opinion matters. That's great.
Oh shit! What happened to my mouse?
Okay, while John is finding his cursor and finding his direction in life, here's a message from our sponsors.
We don't have any message. This one.
No, we do have a sponsor, and his name is
Spencer.
Wait, I'm E. You're C, and then you're
S.
S. So that's a C tier. Lor.
Like the only opinion that matters is mine. Thank you very much.
Okay, so anyway, a company called AHTC Umbrellas approached me recently, and they're like, "Oh, we want to sell our umbrellas, and we want to be part of the Gen Z revolution." And I was like, "Yes, of course. You can always advertise on Longkang Kitties. We always reach out to the Gen Z generation, who are like kids, right?"
We revolutionized the Gen Z.
Yeah, there's something very strange going on. My cursor has disappeared.
Oh no.
Okay.
Technical.
Lawrence
issues.
Wong. Where are we with Lawrence Wong? Actually, you know what? He's starting to grow on me. I
Yeah,
have
same
to-
here, same here.
Yeah, I have to admit he's starting to grow on me.
I don't like the way that he speaks very slowly. Like I feel like if I watch his speech, I always have to speed it up because he just talks so slowly.
Angie, a true man in power talks slow because he knows that people will wait for him.
That's true. That's like another dominance assertion, isn't it?
Yes, you must take it from me.
But so far I think it's alright. I'll give him a B.
I will give him an A.
Okay. B A. You know what? I'll give him an A also. That brings him up to an A tier.
Hooray! Up there with
No, wait.
Destiny.
If it's no, it needs to be S. Then bring it up to A tier. Okay, we're gonna bring it
No,
up to
it's
A tier.
8.5 lah, I guess.
Yeah. No, 8.5 will be like down.
Angie, you keep on saying 8.5. Can you like stick to the proper terms that we agreed on before the podcast started? A plus is A plus.
No, just now we say it's 8.5. That's what I said just now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So NG is the right one.
Longkang has like the C.5.
Okay, Teo Chi Hen. No, wait, is that Teo Chi Hen?
Ah,
Yes,
Teo Chi Hen is
that
like
is.
the 3G minister. He's
That's
he's
him.
obsolete already there, right?
Teo Chi Hen is a E.
Teo Chi Hen is the E.
Is that
Alright.
E?
Yeah, I think so.
I really
Yeah.
hate the way that did you guys see
Why?
in the last election? In the last elections, he was so arrogant. He was walking around in the market
Yes.
and he was just behaving like a child babe. To one of his
Old man child
yeah,
babe.
to one of his voters, like the people
Right,
who live
right.
in his GRC. He was just so arrogant, and I'm like, okay, fine.
It-
E for me.
I'll give him
Like-
an A because he. Oh, yeah, you continue first.
Here you go ahead.
I give him an A because he gave my dad a job.
No.
Oh no, we're giving like advertisements for free, bro.
My mouse is gone. I can't fucking find my mouse anymore. You know what? Can you guys talk for a while I settle this shit? I'm gonna
Sure.
put the camera on Dan Wong. Oh, okay. Now my mouse is back.
Come on! I was doing my viral dance and then.
You do your TikTok dance, we are off for a short technical break.
Yeah. Okay. My mouse is back. My mouse is back, guys. Okay. Teo Chi Hen. E, you are what? S
A.
A You know what? I'm gonna whatever do him and just put him on the D tier. Okay? I don't care about your opinion anymore, Dan Wong. Because you just admitted that you are corrupting the data. Okay. Our last and most important minister. Lee Hsien Loong.
Pinky Long.
Okay. You know what? Fuck it. He's all the tiers, alright? He's all of them. He's S to E, alright?
I want
He's
you to remind you guys, right, that this person is literally the son of Lee Kuan Yew. Meaning that all that Lee Kuan Yew is, his obsession, his neuroticism, his anxiety, his quest for power is all bled off into his son. Imagine you take Lee Kuan Yew, right? You squeeze him very hard, then the zap come out, right? The zap flows into Lee Hsien Loong's mouth like a baby pelican.
That's
Okay,
kind of fucked.
I want you guys to just consider this very carefully before you grade him. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Dan Wong's, Jerry says he's Lee tier.
The elite.
Okay. Well, you know what? It's fine. I'm putting him in all of the tiers, okay? He's just all encompassing. He's all at once. There's no point in debating any of this.
To master
he-
debate.
So you can't Dan Wong can't see this, but I just put him like super
No.
large. You know what? He's gonna
No.
cover everybody as well.
No.
Right? He's just covering everybody.
You are corrupting the data, not me.
You
You are corrupting the data. You're
Okay.
corrupting the data, not me.
So this is the Longkang Kitty Minister PAP Minister tier list. Yay!
Hooray! Congratulations, PAP, on your whatever we are. I don't even know what we are doing this for. What are they doing
Their
again?
upcoming anniversary. I don't
Whose
know
birthday
which
is it?
PAP
PAPs lah.
anniversary. I believe
So-
it's 21st November according to.
Oh, so it's like PAP's birthday lah. Is it? It's a birthday
Yeah lah.
party
Yeah
Are
lah.
we invited?
Absolutely not lah.
What? Then
Because
what are we
of-
doing this quiz for?
Because of you
because
lah.
we love the PAP.
No. You told me that before we began that we do this quiz because we got invites.
No, I did not say anything. Any of the sort.
Sorry, Dan Wong. Don't cry.
Okay, so let's move on to our next topic. We have
Okay.
the AHTC lawsuit that happened recently, and we have some fantastic things happening as a result of it. So this one, I'm just gonna read out like a brief timeline of the case so that we get everybody up to speed, and Angie later can tell us all about what has happened afterwards. If y'all need to interrupt, just interrupt. Okay. Then when I know you have like a burning like 3 million questions, just go ahead and just zoom. Okay. Alright, let's go. So it all started right in May 2011. Okay, that's how fucking long ago it was, like 9 years ago. So Workers' Party wins Aljunied GRC and retains Hougang at the general election. Shortly after, FMSS is formed. So FMSS, right? or in the future I'll just call FM, is a managing agent. Okay, so what managing agents do is that you hire them, then they will manage an estate for you or a property for you. Okay, FMSS, right, is a new company. Okay, that Workers' Party gave the job of managing the estate of the Aljunied Hougang estate to. So this was the management of the estate was taken away from CPG, which was the previous managing agent. But CPG, right? Okay, we'll discuss more about CPG later. Okay, and their shenanigans. But so CPG no longer becomes the managing agent of Hougang and Aljunied. Workers' Party says that they will get a new one. Then FMSS or FM was formed. Okay? Are we all clear so far?
Yup.
Damn, you look fucking confused. Can you put your phone down and listen
in
to...
the chat. I don't understand anything that you're saying.
Okay, never mind. Then we leave you behind. Alright? You are left behind, Dan.
What was this FMS? What nonsense?
They go and just type in Dan Rocks in the fucking chat.
Oh no, you sound like a lecturer. I'm gonna fall asleep.
Literal master debater.
So how? They Workers' Party steal money or not? Did they steal money or not? Just say lah, walao. Don't waste time going to do research.
Next up, Workers' Party formally takes over running of AHTC, okay, Aljunied Hougang Town Council. It formally appoints FM as its managing agent on a 1-year contract. In the following year of April, Workers' Party called for a tender again for the managing agent services. And then only FMSS submits a bid.
I also submitted a bid.
They only them submit a bid.
No, I also submitted also.
You did not. You absolutely did not fucking
Shut up,
submit a bid. Yeah. Okay, you're gonna get us all Prof Ma again.
I
Alright.
submitted a tender, but I was late.
Like chicken tenders, you mean?
Chicken
All you know is chicken tendies, alright? The only tender you know is chicken tendies, alright? Okay. So January 2013, okay, Workers' Party win Punggol East. Okay. February of 2014, the government directs the Auditor General Office, AGO, to audit the Town Council's account after the Town Council's own auditors raised 13 issues of concern. So the Town Council have their own auditors. It's like looking at all the statements. So they had some issues, then they call upon the government to send down the AGO. So the AGO they flagged down major lapses in governance and compliance, including FMSS as being co-owners. The co-owners of FMSS as staff of the town council. So it's a bit like
Conflict of interest, lah.
yeah, conflict of interest, right? So it's like my left hand hire my right hand like that. Okay, so
To masturbate yourself.
masturbate myself. Yeah.
Hey, right hand.
And then the brain is like, Demong's brain is like, that ain't good. This ain't it, chief. Okay. So then after that, the court orders AHTC to appoint one of the big four accounting firm to conduct the internal audit, of which KPMG is appointed. So KPMG finds serious flaws in the town council's governance and highlights improper payment of $33.7 million to FM. Okay.
God.
Then the AHTC appoints independent panel to review the KPMG report. So KPMG submit a report, right? Then AHTC was just like, well, you know,
How do we know that it's for real?
yeah,
real?
we need to know if it's reals. Then, so the independent panel then subsequently filed a lawsuit against several town councillors, including 3 Workers' Party MP, Mr. Lau Tia Kiang, Ms. Sylvia Lim, and Mr. Pritam Singh, saying they have breached their fiduciary duties. Oh my god, this word always like stumbles me. Right? The all 3 MPs reject the allegation. Okay, so then after that, the first trial begins to find out if the 5 town councillors as well as FMSS and its co-workers are liable for the alleged improper payments. Okay, so all this lawsuit is brought forward by the town council itself. Okay, so in October of 2019, so after many years of already dragging this shit out, the High Court finds that the Workers' Party MP were liable for the damages suffered by AHTC. Okay, at this point, it it is unlikely that the judgment will affect their position as MP as it arises from civil proceedings. The MP can decide whether to appeal against the verdict. Okay, so of course, as the story unfolds, there was an appeal, right?
Am I
Then-
doing that part?
Yeah, then only now, very recently, the appellant court, right, has submitted its verdict. So Angie, take it away.
Yeah, so basically, was it like last week or the week before last? Court of Appeal allowed only part of the appeals, and reversed the previous High Court judgment. Basically, the the Apex Court found that the members and senior employees of AHTC do not owe the town council fiduciary or equitable duties. What the fuck does that mean? And then so basically, right, the bulk of the accusations, right, was that the fact that it's kind of because of the so-called purported breach of duties, right? And then so the court found that members and senior employees are liable to AHTC for gross negligence in certain respects pertaining to the payment processes. So I think essentially they just said that the WP leaders, the AHTC members, mostly acted in good faith, meaning that there was no like criminal intent, I guess. But then there was gross negligence when it came to the payment processes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's break this down a little bit. Okay, there's a whole bunch of words that Dan Wong doesn't understand. So,
Okay. What is there anything to do with FMSS in this latest?
okay, so
reversal?
let's break it down from the top. Okay, so part of the ruling, right, found that the CPG, the original MA, right,
Right.
the original managing agent, might try to sabotage the estate because now it's run by Workers' Party and CPG, right. Basically, what is alleged was that they are have ties with the PAP, right?
It was
This-
not like independent.
I remember this.
Yeah.
I remember this.
So then, apparently, CPG was giving a lot of problems to Workers' Party when at the start of it, when Workers' Party first took over, right?
Yeah.
They were having a lot of back and forth. They were having a lot of issues. According to Workers' Party lawyers, they were saying that, oh yeah, we try to make things right, but then these guys, they are just like, just giving us the finger, wagging their tails, and not really doing shit. Okay, so at this point, FMSS got involved. They formed. So FMSS, right, was formed by also a Workers' Party supporter, right? I don't think it's even in part of their inner council or anything like that. It was just a regular supporter.
It's kind of led by Miss Howe, WP stalwart, and Lo Tek Kiang's longtime colleague from the Hougang Town Council.
Yeah. So then these two fellas, it's a husband and wife team, is it?
I'm not quite clear on that.
I
Might
think
be.
it's a husband and wife team, but okay, regardless, it's two fellas, two folks. They formed FMSS as a result, right, of CPG having all these shenanigans. So then, because they couldn't find someone to take over as the managing agent,
Right.
so then they say, okay, form this company, we'll just use you right now. And then after that, 2 years later, or 1.5 years later, that's when the open tender came out again. So let's start with that, okay? Let's start with all this first.
Right.
Did WP do something wrong by not using so-called well-established managing agents already out there in the industry and only using a company that was recently formed by friends of theirs?
Absolutely not. Because nobody else tendered for it, right? That's what you said. Nobody else tendered for it.
No, the
Because
first one
nobody
was,
wanted to.
the first one don't have tender. The first one didn't have tender.
Correct. Now,
But
talking
there
about
was
second-
like
talking about second
there
one.
was an
Talking about
emergency
second one.
takeover situation though.
So then the question is, why not use another established player? There's many managing agents in Singapore, by the way. There's a lot of them with very well established years of experience, and there are also a lot of them. There's foreign companies. That means they strictly speaking should not have ties to PAP. They are more like foreign companies that invested in Singapore to try and earn the Singapore money, right? So why not use any of those?
I mean,
Well-
they didn't tender for it, right? They didn't.
In
they
the
didn't
subsequent
submit that tender,
tender lah, but you're
Yeah.
talking about like when they first took over, why
Yeah.
didn't they go to another one?
Right.
Well, I would say that I'm not speaking for the WP, but I would say that they probably understood that a lot of these companies wouldn't want to work with them anyways because they might fear repercussions. For example, if they are, let's say, there are only so many town councils in Singapore, and there are only so many opposition town councils. All right, Hougang, and then back when Chiam See Tong was an MP, there was only two, right? Then when AHTC was won, you know, like that was the third one. So every other client that all these managing businesses had, right? So their bosses are like PAP wards, essentially.
I don't know. I just, for me lah, personally as a business person, okay,
Yes.
now I'm just like a devil's advocate lah. Okay, I'm trying to like push back. So the logical step for me, as far as I'm concerned, is to look for an existing company that has years of experience already.
Sure.
Then during the open tender, that's when you can say, okay, let's bring on these new players, see what they are made of. But you have to make sure that they compete against the other candidates lah. Okay, anything else you all want to say about this, we can move on to the next point, which is the tender system, which I think, frankly, is a shit system, alright? Then open tenders are fucking garbage anyway. But before that, you all got anything you want to say about my point?
No, please continue.
I would say that your point, it comes from a non-political point of view lah.
Yeah.
You're
because
talking
it's
about
pure
normal business
right? Yeah.
You're not talking about political business in Singapore.
So the idea here, right, is if let's say we were to grant that the PAP is not exerting undue influence on companies, right? Because if we say that, then we are open to lawsuit. Agree?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that.
anything.
No,
Okay,
I'm
okay.
not saying that. I'm just saying that, like, I'm just saying that, like, even if there is no undue pressure from the PAP, like, the operators themselves might have, like, an unjustifiable phobia or fear that is irrational, that might impact their current business. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but then
It's like how
Was
we
there-
always make jokes about, oh, you dare to say that, later you get invited for
kopi,
kopi, ha ha ha. It's like the same shit, right?
yeah, absolutely. So now the thing is, right, do we know whether the Workers' Party have went over to like other
That I don't know
competitors?
lah. I didn't.
Ah.
I mean, I didn't follow the AHTC thing very closely.
But we can go ahead.
But
with
even
your
if they did,
original-
let's just take that they didn't.
Yeah,
And
okay.
yeah.
FMSS was the only people that they approached.
Okay. So then now we go on to the next point, which is the open tender. So during the open tender, somehow only FMSS got the open tender.
and
right?
Dan Wong.
Yours is a chicken tender. That one different.
Chicken nuggets don't count, right?
My company is a private
Wait,
limited.
your
It's all
your chicken
Astra,
nuggets is from which one? Is it KFC or McDonald's?
Texas chicken.
Okay, or instant out. Okay, the only right answer is McDonald's. All right, I tried the KFC, the chicken nugget, fucking no good. I tried then Popeyes one.
I sadly agree
Yeah.
with you. Only McDonald's nuggets are good.
Yeah,
nuggets.
only McDonald's nuggets with all of the
Curry sauce,
The
the
pink-
garlic
Ooh.
chili sauce,
the
mayo.
cancer-inducing chemicals within the McNuggets, right? Okay, only those nuggets are any good.
I
Okay,
mean, if you're gonna fuck your body, you might as well fuck it well, right?
just go.
Yeah.
Just make sure you have the mouth pleasure to accompany it. Okay, so then why only FMSS was submitted? So this is also another point which could be okay. It's just a political stunt, and that nobody wants to. It's like a radioactive thing, right? Nobody wants to touch.
Did they do
AHTC.
an open tender? It was an open tender,
It
right?
should be an open tender, yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Right. Let's just say that they did the due processes, and it was open to everybody, right?
so the tender system, okay, it's a very, it's one of those things, right, where it's supposed to look like everybody has a fair shake, but it actually doesn't. So there's a couple of things you can do, right, in order to like manipulate the tender system. So first thing is to really kind of like screw up the things that you have to do. So let's say I open a tender for LKK editor, okay? Then I only put out certain criteria. Okay, I put out a criteria that must be able to work 60 hours a week, must be able to do this, and all of it is for like basically peanuts lah. Okay, so then I'm just like putting out all this tender, but actually secretly, right, I'm in talks with Dan Wong's intern. I say actually by right don't need to work 60 hours on. I just put it out there first. Okay? I just put the requirements as such. But then you don't actually need to put in the 60 hours. So even though other people see a certain criteria, you know the truth, then you say, okay, I'll submit. No? Then later, oh no, only one intern has submitted. Oh my goodness. What on earth is going on?
Wait. Are you saying that this is what WP did?
No. So what I'm saying, right, the open tender system,
Yeah.
okay, is generally
Yeah,
a
okay.
shit system. So
But why did only FMSS submit the bid?
so once again, right, ain't that the question? Okay, so let's give WP the benefit of doubt because the judge did say that they, in terms of appointing FMSS as a managing agent, they acted in good faith. The only problem thereafter, right, was still they did not conduct themselves in accordance with governance and compliance, right? But then the act of getting FMSS as a managing agent, that's all okay. That's all good, guys. It's all good, okay? So WP is clear of any wrongdoing in that regard. So now I'm asking you both of you. Tender system, not the chicken tender, the actual open tender. What do we think about it?
Okay, I know this is a live stream, you can't cut this part out. But NG, you and I have both profited somehow from this system, this tender system. I mean, we have profited and not profited in different ways, right?
Actually, right, I have not done many tenders.
Yeah, okay. So NG,
Yeah.
even though you yourself have not done any, the agencies that you're working for, right, they're tender with your name,
Sure.
right? So you have profited off this. You are part of the tender. Your name is there. Your work is
If
there.
I get it, then I
Yeah,
guess.
if we get it, and you have got some, right? At least. Yes, answer is yes, NG. God damn it.
I wouldn't know, man.
Yeah,
Honestly.
so I mean, we can criticize it for all
Yeah.
we want, but we are somehow beneficiaries of this system in
But
some way.
I think in any case, like all businesses are like that, right? Like every time your client, regardless of whether they're from the government, they're like, hey, can you give me a quote? And a lot of
Correct.
times they already know who they want to hire. They're like, but I just need to show the client or whoever that I've done my due processes and I got 3 quotes and the one that
Yeah.
we really want is the lowest.
So what my stand is, which may be similar to John's, I don't know, you correct me if I'm wrong, is that there is no way to actually quantify this system of choosing who you want to choose. When you go to the supermarket and you look at a product like bread or whatever fuck thing, like let's say canned soup, right? And you're like, should I buy the cheaper canned soup so I can, go back, I just need canned soup or should I buy the chunky Campbell's one, the one that costs fucking like $9 because I want the mouthfeel, I want the taste, I love it better than the shitty Campbell's, right?
You
And
love
that's
the mouthfeel?
entirely sorry.
You love the mouthfeel? You want the mouth? You want the feel in the mouth? Yeah, tell me more about mouthfeel, Dan Wong. Okay,
Yeah, so there's no way. Whatever I choose is dependent on so many a myriad, number of factors depending on my financial situation, how much I value the soup, right? So what if I think that Campbell's chunky is better? You don't think that it's better because you think that the little bit they gets is not worth the extra money you're paying. It's so arbitrary. So there's no way to actually quantify the system. This is the best system they have. Even though, yes, I agree with you, it's a terrible system. But what do you have a better system? There's no other way to like put it down on paper.
Okay, so let me read out what Jerry has been.
Wow,
I
Jerry
think,
just
yeah,
write paragraphs.
just-
Yeah.
just roll a fucking essay.
Wow, I gotta read
Right.
this shit, bro.
So he says, a little bird told me the same thing. The tender notices are written in such a way where either the targeted vendor is the only one who can deliver the particular service, or they make it so unreasonable, only the people who kinda agree to work with you will apply for the tender. Open tender system is, on paper, good and open, but a lot of business relationship are trust-based and not cost-based. Some people rather pay more for a vendor they have worked with and know will deliver. So this herein is the problem with how we run things in general, and I'm not just saying this in terms of the AHTC matter. It's also all so-called governance open tender, so it's all government open tender system and all corporate open tender system.
Okay.
Like what you say, Dan Wong, there's too many things for people to choose from. The reason there is an open tender system generally is because, right, there is an employer, right? There's a person who is so-called the ultimate boss. Okay? In the
Final
case,
boss, the big boss.
yeah, in terms of, let's say, government, right, the real bosses are us. we are the boss of the government. For them to demonstrate trust to us, that's why they put in the open tender system. So they will say, hey, look, I didn't choose this guy. The system chose this guy. Right? So we put our trust in the system, and then therefore the government kind of like, hi so then just wave their hands away in responsibility and whatever, right? The system chose it. So similarly, in terms of like corporate one, there's a corporate big boss, and then they need the manager or the CEO to go and appoint the tender, right? Appoint a vendor. Then the CEO will say, look, boss, okay, I didn't choose this guy. The system chose this guy. So herein is the issue with open tender, alright?
It's like the 400k consultant fee for a rubbish bin project, right?
Right.
Yep.
Kind of shit. Yeah, it went through the tender.
So in that the problem. Okay. So
But at the same time, you can see why they have to do this, right? Like, let's say, my fees are a lot higher than like a student's fee, right? Like, why would a client choose to pay you 10k versus like 1k for a kid, like a student just out of school? They have to justify it, right? So, and if they don't, like, can you imagine if somebody was like, hey, this is the industry fee, like an average illustrator charges 5k. Why do you pay this illustrator 10k?
10K, yeah.
Oh my god, there must be like some kind of connection between you.
Collusion.
Yeah. So like they have to kind of like put this out there, right? You can't just, I chose her because she's the best. Why is she the best? What arbitrary standard are you applying here to say that she's the best? So I mean, there needs to be some sort of a system, even though people take advantage of you. Right?
So the way that let's say the system can be used to be corrupted, right? Which is, Angie, how about this, right? You just charge 12k, okay? You just put in the open tender 12k. But then I'll make sure you get a job, but you're going to siphon me 2k off the thing.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like, but that can be for everything, right? It's like HDB, you have to apply it for BTO as a couple, but people, get married and then like.
I feel like
Just kidding.
yeah, that's
The
true.
fair-
Yeah.
But
Like, I
Andy,
mean, you can fucking game any system basically.
if
In the
anybody
entire world.
ever does that, right, you make sure you save the text message. Then you blackmail them for more than 2k. You don't even have to work. You don't even have to do the job.
Yeah,
Just blackmail
exactly.
them.
So like, it's not a whatever lah. So
I cannot believe a government agent would. Hey, give me the 2k. I do.
I think if they're smart about it, they'll couch it in other terms. They won't
How
say.
do you couch your others? What do you say? It's like, what does one pedophile say to another pedophile to identify that they both are pedophiles?
Do you like candy?
Then I'll wink at you. Oh, candy.
Do you like giving out candy to little kids?
Or I'll be like, wow, kids nowadays are so naughty. Fuck them lah, huh?
Is that what your club of perverts do, fuckers?
Okay, Jerry says, remember the NParks Brompton bike
Oh
situation?
yeah, good example, Jerry.
The funniest thing was, particularly for Brompton bikes, that was really the ultimate best deal at that point in time. But people still want to know why cannot buy a cheaper bike. Do you remember the details of the case demo? Because I'm not sure.
I think they pay over like 2k per bike.
Yeah, but yeah.
And
But that's the
then-
normal price of a.
Yeah, for
Brompton.
Brompton, and then I think the public was asking why did they buy a Brompton bike, but when you can get like a regular bike for I don't know, a few $100s,
quite
right?
good also.
Which is a lot cheaper than a Brompton. And then I think the reason given was that like the Bromptons are one of the better bikes around, and then because these park people need to take the public transport to get from one park to the other park just to do their rounds or whatever, right? So they need a foldable bike, and within that range of foldable bikes, in terms of how durable it is, like everything, how light it is, and then Brompton came out as one of the best ones.
Certainly, it's the top tier commercial.
Yeah.
from what I know.
So I guess the thing is like, do they need Bromptons? Or cannot use a cheaper foldable ones? But I think at that point in time, like this was before like there were like lots of China fake ones that are really good that came out.
Good point.
So like right now you have really quite a few foldable bikes that are really good in the range of Bromptons but way cheaper because they just basically copy and pasted it lah, right? So there's no R&D fee or whatever. But back then I think it was not that common. Yeah.
So according to Jerry, they paid 2,300 for each Brompton. But the reason why Bromptons was chosen was due to the criteria. Bromptons at that point in time were over 3K each. So actually,
You got a good deal lah.
yeah, in actually, they met all the criteria, which is all of the mitigating factor lah, right? As in, you need something mitigating. You need a bike that's like resilient, that doesn't like just fucking bend the moment you have a slightly heavier fella, or go down some slope wrong. Needs to be foldable. It's cheaper than the commercial price, and then people still complain.
Yeah, but basically I mean you can hit all these targets and then people will still complain. It's essentially what we are saying.
Yeah, so I'm wondering the $33 million sum that was brought up that FMSS allegedly or now is proven, right, that they fucked it up, right? Is it like all these little purchases, things that contribute to the sum? What are these line items? What are some examples of these items that they fucked up in?
I mean, it's hard to say. I also didn't take a look at the full balance sheet lah. And I think if any of us were to take a look at it, none of us will fucking understand it anyway. we're just gonna be like, what the fuck is all this? None of us are mathematically inclined.
We are not smart people.
Yeah, we're not particularly smart. But yeah, I guess the issue here is that now we need to break down what is the $33 million off. And actually, in the grand scheme of things, I mean, let's be fair also to WP lah. $33 million ain't shit lah for managing an estate.
Yeah, I want to know what is the average cost of managing an estate like that, right? And then like whether they went past it a little bit or whatever, like how much money in excess was there, I don't know lah.
I mean, also another thing we need to take into account, Workers' Party at that point, while they had the Hougang for a long time, but then the Aljunied was a relatively new thing.
Aljunied is way bigger than Hougang.
Yeah, it's way bigger.
Aljunied was the first GRC and opposition party ever won after PAP.
So because it's pretty large, there needs to be some margin for error as well in terms of like how for sure things are gonna get fucked up lah, right? There's a lot of things that you overload, that you mistake, you overestimate, you underestimate, so on and so forth. So I think there needs to be some correction mechanism. Then subsequently we take a look at the 33 million again and see what exactly is the portion that is in breach lah, so called. And
not to forget that, let's just go with the in good faith argument, right, and assume that FMSS was the only one who wanted to work with them, right? Like then FMSS only had AHTC to deal with. Right, so economies of scale also applies, like the more products you buy, like the cheaper they get. And then if you're only working with one client, which is AHTC, probably have to charge a little bit more for something. So, I mean, I think if we don't have the numbers, it's hard to say, but honestly, I don't think it's a big. And it's not just because I am honestly.
Your opposition simp.
If we can just throw away.
Okay, sorry. There was a mistake. They overpaid by 23 million, but then the AHTC is seeking damages of 33 million. So AHTC is seeking to be compensated by Workers' Party.
AHTC is seeking to be compensated by
Workers' Party. The 5 town councillors that they were suing. So including 3 of the Workers' Party, the MPs. AHTC and the town councillor are separate entities.
Right.
So town council is like just a bunch of guys that got hired to be town council. Are they also grassroots leaders and all that as well?
Some of them are.
Yeah.
Some of them are like.
So the town council is a separate entity from the Workers' Party when they control the GRC.
So it is AHTC that hired FMSS.
No, Workers' Party.
Workers' Party hired FMSS to manage
AHTC. Yeah, because they are the party that's in charge, ma. Which actually now brings me back to one of the points. Actually, last time Angie, you made a point like this before, way back when. I don't even know if you remember. But then what exactly is the point of having politicians, right, running the estate of the
to make
place?
Things more difficult,
But then there's I mean, okay. even assuming in a PAP world, right? Let's say PAP is like wins everything forever. They are 100% in control. What good, right, does it do for PAP to be to be the one that's like managing all of this?
Controller.
So is it a good enough reason or not? Because I just don't. Okay, they're not really controlling. They're just like sweeping up the floor, clearing the leaves, chopping down the
It's
branches.
maintenance. Everything is maintenance, right?
Yeah, it's just-
No, but it's also about, like, for example, you know, whether you get lifts in your estate, whether you have covered walkways and all those like stupid
But
shit.
that's not the MA exactly the job. The MA, right, just maintains the lift. The lift upgrading, right, is a separate branch of the government. Right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's one of those things they can withhold. You know. Right?
I know they can withhold. But then, right, so my point, going back to my first question is it worthwhile for politicians to be managing estates?
I mean, I've always been against it, so I would say no
Yeah.
lah. Like,
I know. I mean,
but there
that's
are also those people who say that if you cannot manage an estate, you cannot manage country, right? Like, because it's a micro country in itself.
This is the value of Longkang Kitties. Me, Dan Wong, as a layperson, I never even considered this question that John is asking. In my head, when I was young, all the way until now, I'm like, yeah, the politicians always been managing the estate. Isn't that the way it should be? But now I feel like, oh yeah, what a question to ask myself.
So what's your answer?
what's your conclusion then?
Oh, I need some time to think, you know.
No, think now on the spot.
I think I should manage the estate.
We all go to ruins. Everything will be.
Hey, do you know, right? When
just
I was in the
longkang
army
everywhere.
and I was made COS, right, company orderly sergeant, I made sure that the estate of that one building in the giant camp, right, was managed very well. The leaves were all cleared, everything was all, and because I
Yeah, but you didn't do it
charisma
yourself.
influence-
You didn't
no
do it
lah, of course
yourself.
not lah, walao. Then I have to supervise.
Oh, supervise lah. Supervise only. Yeah.
I have to go and go and
You are like the person who stands outside the lift, like the 5 people who stand outside the lift, telling the 2 like Bangladeshi workers how to clean.
yes, that's me. That is me.
That precise photo.
Absolutely right. Very good.
Yep.
That's peak masculinity right
So
there.
I don't particularly agree with the whole politicians must manage the estate maintenance thing. They should be in charge. Okay, so the lift upgrading, right? That could be one portion of it that the politicians are involved in. So there's limited resources. Everybody needs to be allocated some amount of funds for the lift upgrading. When does the government disperse such funds? Is it justified? So on and so forth. All these will be under the purview of the politicians to go and write a fucking kilat report or submit a kilat proposal to go and ask for the money to do the lift upgrading. So on and so forth. There's a whole bunch of other things they got to do, right? Building accessibility stuff for people who are disabled, so on and so forth lah. That's all. Then of course look after the political stuff, right? You go to there's a anti-gay teacher in Hwa Chong. Then the people of the estate clearly they are very concerned. Then they bring all this up to their MP. Yeah, all these are important stuff that politicians should look after. But then why on God's good earth do we need to go and bother politicians with
Bus
hey,
routes.
fucking cut those branches off
Yeah.
in case of monsoon? Holy shit.
Hello, my neighbor very noisy.
Yeah, it's oh my god. It boggles the mind. I just don't think I mean the justification of oh yeah it's a micro country. I don't think it really flies either. When you are in charge of a country, you have the functionally unlimited resources of getting people to work for you, and then you direct them what to do. So then Lee Hsien Loong doesn't pave the streets. He doesn't fill in the potholes. He doesn't build the.
I saw him.
He doesn't fucking build the buildings. He directs people to do it, which is all fine and well. But then you cannot later say if this building is fucking gonna collapse, then it's Lee Hsien Loong's fault.
For me, right, I think the only good thing right now about like MPs managing town councils is the fact that our
We get to know
ministers,
our-
our ministers and our MPs are paid like incredibly crazy salaries, and most of them probably live in private estates or like landed estates. So, I mean, the fact that they are in the heartlands and talking to actual people, or having to at least think
Come
about
down from the ivory tower to
what these people need or
Yeah.
what they are asking of you, like gives you some sense of what's happening on the ground, even though it's very heavily filtered, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Did I ever tell you that time where like PM King was in my house area, and then that he had like his whole entourage. And then the
They
person,
screen first, right? They ask you for.
they were like, oh, do you want to
They
talk
send
to?
the advance party.
Wow.
Yeah, no, like because he was talking to other people
Yeah.
already, and then like I just wanted to eat my fucking prata, and then like there was a huge crowd, right? So like this volunteer came over and she's like, oh, do you want to talk to BM King? He's da 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 da. And I'm like, then I said, I have very big concerns about this, that, and she was like, maybe you want to.
You're not good for the photo ops.
Don't take
Yeah,
up
no.
time now, bitch.
Yeah.
We got people to greet.
Yeah.
Got
That was the hi bye, thank you, you're doing a good job kind
Got
of. That's what they want. Maybe
Yeah,
not
I
so
mean,
much
even
of
when they come by for house visits, right? Like there will usually be somebody like running in front of them and then knocking on the door. Oh, please prepare yourself. I'm like, the fuck.
the-
The
your
fuck I need to
body.
prepare
prepare
myself.
thyself.
He should prepare himself. I've got this friend, I'm not gonna name him lah, but you all know him. So he was saying that last time when they had like house visits, I would say that yes, I have things to talk to him about. Then they will always skip his house. Then after that he learned already. He's like, oh no, I just want to tell him what a great job
Good
he
job.
does.
Oh my god, ambush!
Yeah, then ambush.
Oh shucks, I love it. I love it when people find out how to beat the system. Like it requires a bit of cleverness and initiative, ingenuity.
Yeah, but it's a kind of thing where they only hear the good things because they just get filtered. And it's not necessarily the fact that they want the filtering. It's just the people around them might be so psychopathic that like they do it for them just cause.
Right. We got anything else we want to discuss with regards to the AHTC?
No, not really. I just have to say that I'm very surprised that the recent appeal process went through partially.
First of all,
because-
this Memnon judge, right? This Judge Memnon, this
Yeah.
guy is a chat, alright. This guy has been
Good fucking job.
No,
bro.
this guy. I think he also did the maid one, right? The Indonesian maid.
Lia Patani.
Yeah. This
Forgot her name.
I keep seeing his name in the newspaper, and every time I see his name, it's like, bro, that's the way, bro. That's this Judge Menon. He's the next level alpha chat. Alright, this guy is the bro.
Can he come into politics? We need dudes like this
Do you
in
want a
politics.
judge to be on our podcast?
No,
really?
actually, I prefer him to be in the appellant court because he will clean up all the shit that all the junior judges all make up.
Why can't he do both? A lot of our MPs.
Wow,
also
you think he got
both.
so much? He's too much of a chat, right, to handle all this kitty nonsense. Okay, he needs to handle only the top level stuff. All right, he's too much of a bro, too much of a chat, eager chat. Okay, to handle all this.
No, it's just that
Zapalang
like, if
things.
somebody is like this is in parliament, I think like he'll make everybody else think of how they want to behave. You know what I mean? It's like that person who's in your class, right, who does exceptionally well, and then you look at them, like when we have class pinup, that kid that does really well, you see the work next to your work, then you're like, shit, I'm so terrible. He would have the effect, right? And then all the rest of them hopefully will
I
feel
don't
like,
know.
oh shit.
I don't know about that. I feel like PAP has not been very up there on that. But okay.
No, but I really have to like give props to this dude, like honestly.
Yes, absolutely.
Like I was very surprised when I read it. I was like, no way, what?
Yeah. This guy, he really dives in deep, and then he looks at all the transcript, all the information presented by the lawyers, and then he says, hey, why this CPG don't want to continue to work on this estate that they've been working on for many years? Why? Why? Tell me, bros. Give me a
Wonder
good
why.
And all of this, by the way, was never covered by the press. The CPG, why they just decided, I don't know, my hands are tied. What's going on, sir? What's going on, boss? Okay, let's move on
How
to...
is still moving on? Is this a 2-hour like live stream?
Should we? Yeah, we can.
I guess
Yeah.
we can.
Let's go. Fucking...
What time do you have to go, Dan Wong?
Yeah, I can go.
So,
Stay with us, ladies and gentlemen.
What do we want to talk about now?
we have the FTX.
Oh yeah, statement. Should I read the statement from Temasek Holdings?
Yes, absolutely. I have it here on screen now, but you go ahead and read from yours.
Okay.
Before Angie reads, right? If any of our dear listeners, our dear 3 listeners out there
Wait,
bought
hang on.
crypto
Wait,
and lost money.
we have 11 people looking at us now, right?
Okay,
Okay.
if any of you guys, our 11 beautiful people, one of you is obviously a clone, bought crypto and lost money, okay, just in the chat, right, just put in the $sign, that's it. All you need. And then I'll pay F for respects with the rest of you. We all lost money together, all should
Alright,
commiserate.
dollar signs, let's go.
If people donate to us or not? Cannot.
No,
okay,
we don't have
it's fine.
super chats yet. Yeah.
Oh, so sad. Anyways, I'm just gonna read like the
Cliff notes,
interesting
yeah.
parts, huh?
Sure
Okay.
thing.
So this is like a few paragraphs down now, okay? So similar to all our investments, we conducted an extensive due diligence process on FTX, which took approximately 8 months from February to October 2021. During this time, we reviewed FTX's audited financial statement, which showed it to be profitable. In addition, our due diligence efforts focused on the associated regulatory risk with crypto financial market service providers, particularly licensing and regulatory compliance, i.e., financial regulations, licensing, anti-money laundering, AML, know your customer, KYC, sanctions, and cybersecurity. Advice from external legal and cybersecurity specialists in key jurisdictions was sought, with legal and regulatory review done for the investment. Blah, 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 blah. We recognize that while our due diligence processes may mitigate certain risks, it is not practicable to eliminate all risk. Reports have since surfaced that customer assets were mishandled and misused in FTX. If these statements are true, then this amounts to serious misconduct or fraud at FTX. All of this is currently being investigated by the regulator. It is apparent from this investment that perhaps a belief in the actions, judgment, and leadership of Sam Bankman-Fried, formed from our interactions with him and views expressed in our discussions with others, would appear to have been misplaced.
This is Temasek's statement, right?
Yeah, I read this and I was like, huh? Can I that one? Is that all?
Can I, do you guys have anything to say first? If not, can I say just put forth
Go,
my theory?
let's go. But don't get us off mark.
No, I will not. Okay. I'm just putting out a possibility, okay? So listen carefully. Bankman-Fried, right? A lot of articles have come out about how he was fucking playing League of Legends while pitching to investors during investors. And all he was doing was just playing LOL, alright? And sometimes he would even play LOL with the people he was pitching with and pitch to them on like fucking Discord, you know? So he would play the game and then he would try to sell you the game. He would try to aka with you, be your friend, right? While you are playing LOL and then he will get the gig, like get the pitch. So I put forward the possibility that there was once a Temasek Holdings kid who was in charge of acquiring this, right? Assessing this, whether it's a yes or no, and was playing LOL with Bankman-Fried, okay? And then that's where he sold it to the guy. So right now, there is one person where this happened.
So you mean like this little kid also like impressed by his LOL prowess that he's like, hey man, we should dump money into this dude's company.
Okay, you say this, right? But other articles have come out, right? That Sam Bankman-Fried, right, was terrible at LOL.
Okay, whatever, dude.
No,
I
I'm serious. I'm still reading it.
Anyways, let
so
me just.
We lose together, or that, or he
Okay.
let you win. Then that's how
Alright.
he got the pitch.
Let me just continue, like just to tell people how much money we invested. So we invested US 210 million for a minority stake of almost around 1% in FTX International, and invested US 65 million for a minority stake in around 1.5% in FTX US across two funding rounds from October 2021 to January 2022. The cost of our investment in FTX was 0.09% of our net portfolio value of 403 billion as of 31st March 2022. There has been misperceptions that our investment in FTX is an investment into cryptocurrency. To clarify, we currently have no direct exposure in crypto. I don't understand what that statement means. It means that they only invested in the company, not in crypto, is it?
Yeah. Means they only put money into FTX, which is supposed to be like a, what do they call it? Like it's a staking company, right? It's more like they're more like equities lah. Basically,
yeah,
they take all.
they're just like investing in a regular company that kind of deals with like crypto lah, right?
Yes,
but you're
right.
taking them as like regular company.
Oh, so then it doesn't make you a crypto bro if you have a stake in the company.
Yeah.
I guess not.
No, like because you're not buying the cryptocurrencies, you're just investing in the company that does stuff with crypto. I don't know what the FTX
Terrible,
does.
terrible.
But anyways, can I just read Berta Hansen's take on the Temasek statement?
Go ahead. What did
And
Berta
I'm just
Hansen say?
quoting her here. The short story is we are writing down our investments in FTX, but it's not really a big deal because it's small compared to what we have. Look, we needed to go into this newfangled stuff or get left behind. We also knew that tapping opportunities also got risks. We checked FTX like crazy before putting in money, but it looks like our trust was misplaced. But hey, we did say that tapping opportunities in new stuff got risks. And we were right. Ha ha ha. Okay, we'll learn from this. That's basically her summary of Temasek's statement, which is kind of true lah, because like the way that they say that, hey, it's only like 0.09% of our total like net portfolio value.
Okay,
Hilarious.
let me ask you guys a question. The government use money from us to invest in anything?
Hey, but Temasek is not
yes.
really a government.
Oh my god! Don't even like, bro. Don't play this game. Alright, don't. It's like when the Donald Trump came out. Oh, you just need to grab them by the pussy, then people are just like, well, he might not be talking about women. He's just like. Obviously,
Okay, so John is ridiculing you for being like naive.
no, it's like
Putting
very.
on like a coy and
I'm not-
mysterious.
No, it's very
naive.
it's very obtuse, right? It's like, oh yeah, Temasek is technically
No, but I'm not being naive. It is technically a investment company, right? And you cannot run an investment company like you run the government because it doesn't make sense.
No, but okay,
They are using state funds.
they're using state funds. Okay,
Yeah, but
So
they are not run like the state. They're not
okay.
run like a government.
granted, but should let's
So like you
let's
cannot be like, blah, blah, blah. Like there is a reason
no,
why
I absolutely
they,
can. Okay, I absolutely can
yeah,
do
for
that.
like no good reason whatsoever.
No, but then
like,
what I'm saying, what my question is, should we use state funds to invest on behalf of the state?
I mean, yeah, of course, I have to. You have to.
Why? Why does it
Must
have to?
Because there are opportunities to be. You see, if you don't invest purchase equities and all that, you still have to invest in things like infrastructure, education. So that's also investment. So what's
No,
the
but the
difference? Investment.
no
investment.
that okay when you
this
talk
is
about
speculative investment.
yeah,
though.
it's speculation, and the type of investment that you're talking about, right? Is not like, oh yeah, there's a 10x, 100x you. The investment you're talking about is this thing is going to last for 20, 30, 100 years.
Right,
And then after that, we
right.
can continue to use it without subsequently making new roads, new libraries, whatever. That level of investment is totally different.
If
Okay.
a government has money from the citizens, and is able to, and does not apportion some of the money to invest in markets, then I would say that the government is not doing that. They must absolutely invest.
Okay.
I would say that, I mean, okay, this is a rare moment of me praising the PAP or like our government, but like given the sort of a good job they've done over the years and kind of like the trust that you kind of can place in them to not misappropriate funds. I'm sure there are like, gaffes here and there, but on the whole, right, like
Gaff.
gaffes. But like, I mean, on the whole,
Going to the cafe
like
cappuccino.
they shut up. They have no, but
Avocado
they've done.
cafe
Shut the fuck up,
cappuccino.
dude. Yeah, but I mean, honestly, they've done a good job, and if they're not putting us into negative, right, on the balance sheets, like why not? And if they've got like consistently strong track record.
Okay, so I'm gonna play out a hypothetical. I know it's like not
Go
Like-
ahead. Say it.
not related.
This
but
is
then
totally
there's-
related.
But then there's a parallel that I'm trying to draw. Okay, so let's say I start a charity. Okay, feed the homeless. Then after that, both Angie and Dan Wong are just like, oh my god, I love this charity. I'm gonna donate $100 each to this feed the homeless. Okay, then I take $75 of what you donate, right? And then I invest in something. Doesn't matter what I invest in. I invest in something. The $25 I used to feed the homeless. Then when you find out about it, it's just like, hey, we give you $100 to go and feed the homeless, not to invest. Then I respond, well, the $75 that I invest, right, will double in value in a couple of years' time. Then now I have more money to feed the homeless with. So is it justifiable? Is it ethical for me to do that?
Like the answer. Spend too much. If $200, right, and then your $75 it goes to investment, feels like based on whatever funds you have spent too much on it. So then you are not really being responsible with the money that feels like it. But if you tell me, like, let's say you put in $15 when out of the $200, then it feels like, okay, feels justifiable. This is all assuming that you are not like investing recklessly, lah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
we have some baseline assumptions that
Sure.
okay, I'm not like putting money into FTX, okay, or fucking Dogecoin, or Shiba Inu coin, or shitcoin, or Elon coin, or Mars coin. Okay, I'm not putting any of
Or
that.
penny stock or whatever, lah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you are investing not recklessly, then if you spend about $15 to $20 of the money that we gave you to invest, I'll be like, okay, yeah, that sounds fine.
Okay, maybe Angie, you want to respond to the question first?
What's your question? Is it ethical?
Yeah.
In terms of a charity, no.
Okay.
You're talking about a charity is a very different organization from.
Yeah, I know it's very different. I already stated at the front that it's very different. But then there's a parallel point that I'm trying to make in terms of, you know, like is there ethical quandary when it comes to using donated funds, right? Or funds that doesn't belong to you to go and invest in things.
If you are upfront about it, yeah.
Hang on. I don't think being upfront about it does anything, because we have to pay tax no matter what. So then even being upfront about it, oh yeah, we're gonna use your taxpayer funded state money.
But no, it means everything. If I find out that you're not using our monies correctly, I'm just not gonna donate next time.
Okay,
right?
So
yeah, but you cannot opt out of taxes.
You cannot opt out of
what
taxes.
he's saying.
Yeah.
He's saying that you have no choice in like Temasek Holdings, right? We have no choice in its inception, right? Like it was just there from our birth, right? And then we have no control over what it does, and we have no control over like how much money from our tax money goes into there for them to invest and stuff with it. That's the ethical problem.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
So like it doesn't matter whether you donate or not to the charity, your money is going there anyways.
Yeah, but now it's come out of the hypothetical. Now we are talking about you're
so
going back to Temasek already, right?
Based on the hypothetical, right? Like I don't know if just saying it upfront will absolve you of the thing. Okay, people might not want to donate to you as a result, but then I really have a big problem, right? When the money that doesn't belong, you invest money that doesn't belong to you. Just as a general principle, I don't really particularly care the source of the money. I don't particularly care what's being said or done, but investing should be done with purely just the money that you have, or people voluntarily, like they say that, okay, I confirm want to invest, I want you to invest this money for me. As opposed to, like, out of the $275 is being invested, like, if let's say based on what you're saying, right, some people will be okay with $75, some people okay with $15. Then but the delineation between these two, right, is not based on first principle. It's just based on like some subjective notion of what is acceptable. But the first principle should be you don't invest money that doesn't belong to you.
No, I don't think I have a giant problem with it, but I have a problem with how opaque they are about where the money goes. Meaning like we don't even know how much Ho Ching gets paid. Like stuff like that. When she was the CEO of Temasek Holdings, like I think let me just not get myself off much. Right, they only came out to say that like the claim that her annual salary is around 100 million is false, right? But they didn't tell you how much she does make. Right?
Yeah.
So she could make 50 million, or she could make 300 million.
Okay, so I kind of understand what you're saying is you're okay with the government investing your money, you want the periphery stuff to be fixed for more transparency, but you're generally okay with government investing your money.
I think our government is like one of the few governments where we actually generate surpluses, right?
We generate surpluses as a result of like tax, and there's some of the investment yield do yield profits. I don't know how much of that is like divvied up and back into the nation and so on and so forth. I don't think they release such information either.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
like we don't know how much we have in the reserves. We don't know like what goes on. I mean, or maybe like we just haven't done the research. I'm not sure if the information is out there. Like it might be out there. Maybe just like buried under tons of like information, like I don't know, tons of layers or whatever. But I think essentially, if we have the money, then like for it to just lie there, it's a problem also, right?
That's another.
Like what do you do with the
another
money that
issue
lies
already, yeah.
there?
That's another issue.
Like you can't just be okay. We'll just put it in the bank and that's
Right.
it.
So her issue now is like, okay, then if you've made profits from the investments, how much of the money should share with the people who invest, which is the taxpayers also.
Yeah,
right?
because like right now the strange thing is that like Temasek Holdings is actually a company, right?
It's a government-linked corporation.
Yeah, it's a government-linked corporation. It's a private limited, according to Wikipedia. It's a state holding company. And so let's just go to Wikipedia and take again. Like so it has like $484 billion in assets, according to Wikipedia, as of 2021. How the fuck does it work?
Jerry has a couple of comments. I'm going to read out his comments. I think if people find out how much Temasek's real portfolio is, they will even freak out more than the losses. I think we need to differentiate here what our money means. Is it CPF money, which by their description is our money, or the money collected via the different tax that generate revenue for the government?
Yeah, where does their money come from?
So
Which part of it does it come from?
Of course, this contributes to the general opacity of the whole situation, right? Which is
so Temasek was only incorporated in 1974.
Okay.
We were independent in
About 9 years later, lah.
about 10 years. So the goal was for them to own and manage these investments, because the Singapore government previously held assets when they.
So let me bring forward like my point, okay? There's like two positions that I hold with regards to this. So the first position is the libertarian ideal, the fucking pipe dream that is never gonna happen, which is government should not be investing money on our behalf. Quite simply, whatever the government has, right, should be as close to net zero as possible. So whatever income they derive, they should try their best to redistribute it back to society one way or the other. Yeah. So this could include things like infrastructure.
But then you can't do like long-term planning, right?
Yeah, you can. You still can take on debt. It's not like you cannot take on debt. It's just the revenue that the government takes. So then it should be as close to net zero as possible. You can do long-term planning by taking on debt. And which is, by the way, our Singapore debt to GDP ratio is 160% of our GDP. So we are 50% leverage against our own GDP.
Is that healthy?
So it means
it
depends on your economy. So like the US economy is like something like 20x their GDP, something like that. Ours isn't the highest, but we are like quite near the top. I think Japan is like crazy, it's like 8x their economy or something. So 1.6x is not over crazy, right? But that also means if we scream and save every fucking dollar in Singapore that's generated in that 1 year, it will still take us 1.5 years to pay off our debts. Right? So of course that doesn't ever happen now. Now, taking on debts, right, is can be a good thing, but definitely should not. Okay, that's beside the point. Never mind. So,
what is the point?
You had 2 points.
So the second point is definitely my libertarian pipe dream, right, cannot function on. Because there are players like China and US who also have their own government-linked corporations going around the world buying corporations up. So meaning to say, if there are other governments who are doing this, right, then if we don't do it, we get left behind. That is true.
Yeah.
So, but in those countries, I don't know if it matters to them as much. So when, for example, FTX goes down, a couple $100 million gets lost, Temasek come out and say, well, tough shit, but it ain't much. But is it for you to decide it ain't much?
I mean, they decide everything for us, whether or not like things are meaningful or not. Like we don't
But
get
that,
a say,
but
right?
I know, but that shouldn't be the way.
Like
right?
whether is it truth or untruth, we also don't get a say, what? Like, because it's
Yeah.
up to the ministers to find the truth.
Yeah.
So,
So
like,
in that case, right, if let's say based on your tone, you should be agreeing with me. You should be like, oh yeah, maybe government should invest in certain stuff, but then not to the level that they are, or that there should be more accountability, lah.
well, I mean, I'm always for transparency and accountability, right? Like, I mean, I am not against them investing. I think that they should be investing, but at the same time, there needs to be a lot more transparency about what's going on, and also the fact that I am totally okay with them losing money, because when you invest, I mean, there's no guarantee invest.
John,
Yo.
I have found a head, right? While you guys are bickering about all these, like a solution
What,
just popped into
avocado
my head.
cafes?
Yeah, but avocado cafes. Okay, listen carefully, okay? Ladies and
Cafe,
gentlemen,
cafe.
if I become the boss of Singapore, okay?
The boss.
Okay, what we will do is that we will install
Are you a hairy boss?
we will install a little Dan AI bot on your shoulder. So this is compulsory. Go into fucking Ng Teng Fong Hospital, you go into fucking KK Hospital, they will sew a little bot, right, to your shoulder here, and it's an AI bot. And what the AI bot will do is that it will project questions. So literally, if Temasek is about to make an investment in, let's say, Hangzhou 有限公司, okay, fucking hell, it will shine out a beam and then it'll be a dialogue box. Do you want to invest in Hangzhou 有限公司?
And
then you click yes,
or
no. Yeah, I don't care who you are. You can be like a fucking top government civil servant. You can be a cleaner by the side of the road. You can be the guy hanging out at the side of a rubbish bin. You can be the guy fishing. You can be the guy farming. No, then all these dialogue boxes just keep popping up. Then you could, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Everybody walk around doing this. And then everybody will have a say. That's the solution.
That's a fucking terrible idea. No,
I
but
love, you know that George Carlin statement where he's like, think of the average person and how stupid they are, and realize that half of them are stupider than that.
Oh, that's a terrible thing. Just because they are stupid, does it mean that we can take away their freedoms? No. Freedom above all things.
But that's what you're talking about is not freedom, What you're talking about is something else. Okay, this endless
You're basically just doing like endless rounds of referendums.
yeah, endless
right?
referendum thing, right? Has somewhat been tested before, and basically, right, it's a fucking terrible idea. The reason why republics works better, right, is because we employ people, or we vote the people in who are much smarter than us. Then they go and make the decision for us. Then we hold them accountable. If they fuck up, then we say, "Hey, bro, you done messed up, groove." Alright, so
But it's more like a retroactive thing.
has to be what. But then this endless referendum also no good what. Like if you look at, for example, Brexit has just been fucking terrible for the UK. I mean, even like personally, on a personal level, I am for Brexit because I'm more for like national sovereignty and not have a country beholden to like some global set of rules, right? Like some like the UN and the EU, sorry. Even then, right, Brexit has just been fucking terrible for UK, and they lost out by a fucking tiny margin. And a lot of it, right, is like people were just like, oh, if I have known this was gonna happen, then I would not have voted for Brexit.
Aww, let me play
Yeah.
for you. So sad.
It is. Yeah, I mean,
No, but I think the whole thing about Brexit was just that like they had no clear plan from the start, right? Like I mean,
yeah, they had no,
and the whole thing about Brexit is also the fact that everybody had like different visions of what Brexit was, and they were just voting from like their imagination. If I vote Brexit, this shit is going to happen, and like no one actually promised you anything, except the withdrawal from the EU. It's fucking funny. So, anyways, good luck, UK.
Right. John, you
Yo.
said just now, right, that in the Republic, get people who are smarter than us to do the jobs for us so we can go about our daily. They fuck up, we say, bro, what you do. They do a good job, they're like, okay, good, continue doing what you're doing, right? That should be the, in this utopia. So right now, how do we know whether Temasek is doing a job or not? So much opacity.
There's not so much opacity. There's very little.
Opaque means everything cannot see lah.
There's
Right?
so much opacity. Yeah, opaque means cannot see through.
Transparency means you can see through.
Yeah.
Opacity means
Oh, I'm thinking about like
You're thinking of
Photoshop
right?
layers.
I knew it.
I was like, what are you talking about? Like the percentage, the less
For the-
you have.
For the first time, I have to say Dan Wong gets the point on this one. I'm sorry, Angie, but you done.
I'm sorry, it's just like a design thing though.
You've done a gaffe, all right? You've
Yeah,
done.
it's like, fuck.
You've made a
It's just-
gaffe.
It's just my brain is so like into Photoshop. Like opacity only has one meaning for me, and
Right,
that's
right. Of course.
that's for layers.
So Jerry was just like, that's if there's enough smart people to vote in to begin with law. Yeah, okay.
Oh, you know what was really funny? Like we were looking at the Malaysian elections, which is happening today. Good luck to you, Malaysians.
All the best.
And we're looking at Mahathir. He's like what, 97 years old, is it, or something? 93 years
Something
old.
like
Or
that.
something.
It's related to Jerry also.
And
lah.
everybody, everybody is so old. And like all these old people are just in governments, and all the young people are like, no, fuck no, I'm not gonna join politics. It's sad. Then you're like, this is the best your country. Like in every election, like in the West, in Asia, in Singapore, you're all the good people.
Yes. The answer is yes. That's the best you have to offer. It's very sad. It's extremely sad. But then the whole point, okay, it's supposedly in a democratic republic, right? What the original point was supposed to be, limit the scope and size of government, so they, even if they fuck up, they can't fuck up that badly. And then any changes that is going to be instituted to society, right, is supposed to be slow and gradual. Okay, sorry, I think my face was too far from the mic, but never mind. Okay.
But
So-
you know what was really interesting? Like, have you watched the recent Xi Jinping versus Trudeau video? Where
Yes.
like Xi Jinping was like,
oh my god.
dude, man, this is not cool, man.
Holy fuck, that was so tense. Oh my god.
But
Oh, I'd love
was
to
it
see
tense though?
It was
I
kinda
feel very,
tense,
I feel very
Is it Gawei,
second-hand
Yeah,
embarrassment
awkward,
for Trudeau.
Trudeau, right?
Yeah.
But
It's like a kid getting scolded by his uncle.
no, I love how like Xi Jinping's face, right, is so kindly, and even as he scolds him, like he got that little smile on his face as he talks to him, right?
Then the fucking translator just let it rip. You should be embarrassed to have leaked this conversation to the press.
This is not how things were conducted. But you know what was really interesting for me was like, I think it's the divide between the new gen and old gen politicians. The old gen
Right.
politicians, there's a lot of like closed door shit, and you don't know
Right.
what the fuck is going on, and until like it leaks 50 years later,
It's
and then you're,
gonna-
oh shit.
It's gonna happen again. Like our generation, we are gonna be the one that's taking over. Okay, it's gonna be the Anwar Ibrahims. That's
Everybody
gonna
is
be like,
just going like I can completely just imagine like maybe 2 years down the road, like some world leader doing some sort of TikTok shit, and then like leak some important information on TikTok. I can't believe he just did that. No, what the heck? And then she does a dance. And she's like, what the fuck is going on?
Please let it happen, please, in Jesus' name, let it happen, please.
I would like to see that actually.
Yeah, I want to see that. Yeah, I want to live in that era. I don't want to die before not seeing that.
Recently I've been like very unfortunately like addicted to those fucking reels that keep showing up on my Facebook and on my IG.
Yes.
And then you know when you keep pressing them, you kind of go down a rabbit hole.
Yes.
Then I feel like if I'm an alien observing humans on Earth, now I just feel like humans communicate via dance. You know, like, and if I had to communicate with you as an alien, right, I would have like a signboard that flashes text, and then I'll do some kind of stupid. Whereas if I met a human right now and all I had was TikTok
it's like the
to inform
AI.
me of human behavior.
It's like you feed the AI 1,000 hours of TikTok, right? Then it just
Yeah,
comes
yeah.
out with like,
yeah, it's so fucked up.
and then they'll be like, boobs on a man with a beard.
I don't understand what's going on. You know, like, and that, you know, in TikTok, you kind of like splice your screen with somebody else's screen, so you kind of do reacts.
I'll
And in
react to it,
in the past, like reacts were like they talk about it, right, and then they tell you, oh, I feel about this. Now the reacts are just
It's just the
people
face only.
doing like face looking at the video going.
And it's not even like,
yeah.
And you're just like, what? Why does the face need to be there?
and it's not even like expressive or anything. They don't
No, they
even
just
add
look-
anything. Yeah.
You just look bored at looking at the screen.
yeah.
And I'm like, oh, What does your face add to this?
No,
It's
this
like
one-
this
all this,
endless
right?
narcissism that's happening.
No, it's not narcissism, not per se. It's a problem with the algorithm. So what the system wants is for like the duets the stitching to happen. And it doesn't matter how it happens. Then what you want to do is like have more and more stitches, more and more stitches. So then it's people gaming the system in order for them to get more views.
I feel very sad because I remember in the heyday of TikTok, there used to be like epic collaborations. Remember the one where somebody was kidnapped and then the whole series of like the news reporter and then people playing the SWAT
Yes.
teams and shit.
Yep.
I mean, those were so cool and so creative, and then now you just have people's faces like on.
I agree with you. Like in the heyday days of TikTok, right, they had all these like parkour people like falling off buildings and dying. Oh my god! Every time I watch, I feel so scared and so wow, I love it. Then of course they cancel all those videos. You're referring to that, right?
No,
Absolutely.
I was not referring to that.
Alright. Angie, sorry, Dan Wong.
Yes.
You got a hypothetical magical moment for us, or you got like 4 minutes before you gotta get out of here.
Oh no, we didn't even talk about like HDB.
Oh, no.
Next episode.
Next episode then.
You are at a conference because you are there to network, right? You want business, and the conference just happens to be on the highest floor, the highest 3 or 4 floors of Raffles Hotel, which is Swiss Hotel, which is the tallest building in Singapore. Okay, you go there.
That's not the tallest building in Singapore.
What's the
but
tallest building in Singapore?
One Republic, right?
Okay, you go to One Republic.
I don't know. Where is that?
One Republic. Never mind, it's the tallest building in Singapore. So you are there, right, trying to network, blah, blah, blah. And then you realize, fuck, I went into the wrong room. It's some sort of weird town council management room, right? And then sitting on one side, CPG. Sitting on one side is FMSS, And then all of them are other floors lah. Okay, and then I went to the wrong fucking room. Bam! There's a giant earthquake. Boom! There's a giant bomb, and then the sea levels rise, in the space of 1 second, and fucking destroys everything else in Singapore. Basically, anything below the like 80th floor is all gone. All gone. They're all dead. They're all drowned. They're all like fish food. And you are there with the remainder of Singaporean civilization, which is like FMSS on one side and CPG on the side, like 10 to 20 employees per company, right? And then you are just there, right? And then because you are the toughest, the strongest, and the most powerful, you are now the leader. Who would you put in charge of what in creating the new society in Singapore? This is like Kevin. Do you guys watch Waterworld? Sorry, you won't like this hypothetical unless you've watched Waterworld by
No, I've
Kevin
not.
Costner. You've never watched Waterworld.
So
John, have you watched
basically,
Waterworld?
it's just us.
Yeah, I've
and
watched Water-
the
Praise
two
the Lord.
teams. Ah.
Wait. Is it only CPG and FMSS there?
That's it.
Then who I have to choose who does what?
Yeah, you have to like assign them roles lah in terms of like your new. So you have basically start a new Waterworld fishing village. Yeah,
And then anything I say goes.
yeah, because you're the most powerful.
Who has the biggest tits?
Who has got the biggest?
Who's got the
I mean, both sides have got
yeah? Who's
like
got the
hot chicks,
who's got the biggest tits?
Oh, so you basically choose the side which has the biggest, most females.
I'll choose the side who has the biggest tits.
John, you know if I'm there, I will have the biggest tits.
You will not have any tits because I'm gonna throw you out the fucking window.
Quickly, pick one team to manage your fishing visit.
I'm going to pick the FMS. And then I'll use the other team as their kakia, so they do all the cycling.
Like revenge,
I feel like their loyalty has been proven over the years.
So you prefer somebody that's loyal to you. What about you, John?
Yeah, lah, the team who has the women with the biggest tits,
Correct.
they win. Then the other team is subservient to the team big tits.
How about you, Denmo?
I think I would divide the forces into two. So I think I will have the FMSS people be the expeditionary team, the CPG team that manage the remaining floors of my little, because they've got track record in management. But FMSS is like the expendable but high risk, high reward team. They can go out and like scour for food and get people to.
You're taking this way too fucking seriously, bro. You're just like Yeah, let me give you a very serious answer to my.
I came out in 3 seconds.
And Angie is just like, what's the pettiest way I can get back at my political adversaries? And then
And
I'm
for
just
you,
like,
it's just tears.
tits. Where are the titties? Give me those titties.
Oh, Natalie says the audio is a bit choppy after I mentioned the Malaysian election was today.
Yeah.
Oh no, interference.
Oh shit.
Political interference.
Yikes! From
the light
across the
switch-
causeway.
The light switch is gonna be off.
Oh shit! Turn it off.
Then the ballots are gonna disappear from the room.
Oh dear.
Hey. Once you on and off again, the color temperature change.
Sorry.
You didn't know about this, right? Never.
Oh, it doesn't matter. We are nearing the end anyway.
Yeah, anyway, nearing the end. Okay. Alright, thank you, Demon, for the hypothetical. Thank you very much, guys, for listening in to our very chillax hangout stream.
2-hour hangout.
Yeah, I had fun. You guys had fun?
Before we go, right, I just want to say on my Facebook post, I said that I would not make any monkey noise, not crack any poop jokes, and I said I would not heckle my co. I have made all of those promises and more.
You did the monkey noise.
I did
Yeah,
not.
you did.
You did.
I did not. That was
You
John.
You did.
Absolutely did. Okay, so here's our PAP Minister tier list again. We got like a bunch of suggestions from the Discord to do Workers' Party's Minister, not Minister,
Alright.
MP tier list. Okay, we got
Alright.
a bunch of other suggestions.
Nicosia S tier.
Yeah, everybody's just Nikos. There's Dark Visage Nicosia already like S tier. Nicosia is waifu tier. That's even higher than S tier. Alright.
Oh shit.
That's terrible.
Hey, do not
Fucking-
sexualize Nicosia.
Yeah,
okay?
exactly, man.
Fucking hell.
But okay, I'm totally okay if you're going to sexualize her, if you're going to vote for her in the next elections, you know, do it all you want. Anything that
I'm
to
so
win.
confused now.
Anything to win, I don't care.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and with that shall be the end of today's episode. Thank you very much, guys, for listening in. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. This live stream will be available in audio format. You're not on camera now, so you can keep doing this. You can do your jazz hands. It's not gonna do.
You can do it. Do it.
No more already.
Do it.
Now you're on camera, then you just look like gorilla again. So you did do your. This button Don't know the button, still want to press. Oh my god.
What are buttons for if not to press them? Like, dude.
Okay, please.
What happens when I press another?
Those are nothing. Yeah.
Whatever.
There's only 3 buttons. Alright, there's no this. That's which one? This is us. This is the tier list.
Oh, okay.
It says tier list here. Can you read?
Okay, back to
Yeah.
Dan Wong.
No, the
There you
one.
go.
Okay. Yeah, after all that fucking nauseating button pressing, I'm sure our audience is like, what the fuck is going on?
No, I'm pretty sure they don't care.
Next live stream, I bring a vase. The fuck is that, Jerry?
The beer.
Bring it. Just bring it. Please bring it.
Some sort of a beer thing.
Gonna have like new shenanigans again. Okay, so yeah, join the Discord.
Join the
Okay.
Discord.
Join our social media on Facebook and Instagram.
I'm just punctuating your sentences. I'm supporting you, bro.
Okay. Supported, well supported. Alright. And we shall see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Our stream gonna cut off very suddenly so everybody complains about that. But I haven't got the time to go and do the music yet. So consider 5, 4, 3, 2,
Like that, ah?
1.
Bye.